IVSC. Okay, so today is our third day. So everyone is we call very energetic to join the webinar class today. So for today's session, I will hear to our speaker from both University, BINUS and also UITM. Okay, and from BINUS we have this morning Ibu Mia Angelina. Yeah, she will deliver her speech, her lecture regarding business. And this session will be moderated by Ibu Dr. Heny Kurniawati. So I think we will pass the session to Ibu Heny. You are welcome, Ibu Heny.
Okay, thank you, Ibu Aini. Good morning, everyone, our colleagues, lecturers, mentors, and also our beloved students. Welcome to our International Virtual Summer Camp, Day 2. I hope you stay healthy and in a good condition, yeah. Previously and yesterday, we already learned from the expert how the successful business developed. Now, today, we are going to learn how to prepare our business plan. Here, we already have some experts to share with you how to prepare the business plan. And we know that to be a successful business, we have to be well prepared and well planned. Some aspect of the business plan should be considered. Today, we will learn how to prepare the marketing aspect and also the financial aspect. We have here 4 experts. The first one is Miss Mia Angelina. She is currently a Deputy Head of Communication Department, Bina Nusantara University. And she graduated from Universitas Paramadina Jakarta, Universitas Pelita Harapan Jakarta, and Universitas Bina Nusantara Jakarta. She is motivated professional with proven records of managing projects from concept to completion, breaking complex concept into manageable goals and designing strategies. She also has experience in industry. She has worked for a Citibank, with Color Indonesia, Commit Media, and PT Welcome Retail Indo Pratama before becoming a lecturer. Because now she is a lecturer, she also doing research, and her publication, some of her publication is Public Relation Awareness of Corporate Reputation and Service Companies, published in Pertanika Journal of Social Science and Humanities, and also Internal Audit Communication in Non-Profit Community Learning Center, published also in Pertanika Journal of Social Science. And then our second speaker also will speak about advertising is Mr. Muhammad Hilmi Bakar. He is a senior lecturer and also Google certified partner Google AdWords from Faculty of Communication and Media Studies, University Technology Mara. His expertise in instructional communication, web content development, and social media marketing. He graduated from Master of Mass Communication, University Technology Mara. Also hold a degree of media innovation and entrepreneurship in Multimedia University Cyberjaya Malaysia and Computer Science in University Technology Malaysia Kuala Lumpur, and also a Google certified partner. He also holds a manager positions in fundamentals of multimedia, fundamental of web content, web design production, web content development, and also MQA committee member, curriculum review committee member, coordinator, and program coordinator of UITM. His research and publication, some of them are social media effect towards Muslim unity in Malaysia, channeling your emotion through your presentation. And I want to learn because it is important for me. Malay male audience attitude towards female Muslim motivator, case study of Professor Dr. Muhaya, the intercultural conflict between Malaysia and Indonesia, the media role of constructive bridging, Friday prayer sermon communication effectiveness, content analysis on the sermon content structure article in Bahasa Malaysia. He also gained awards in some awards in innovations, Anugerah Perkhidmatan Cemerlang 2015, Gold Award in some recognition of the ethnics in new media, transformational leadership and entrepreneurial orientation, Aktigen Kios in 2019, and also Silver Award in Dayang Senandung Font, Samsung Interactive Kios, and Types of Star. Bronze Awards in Cafe Interactive Multimedia System Bronze Awards, My Animal Friends 2019, My Healthy Skin Interactive Kiosk in 2019, and Astro Gaming 2019, and Al-Fatihaku 2019. The third speaker will be Associate Professor Dr. Maheran Katan. She holds Certificate of Achievement, Associate Qualification in Islamic Finance, Doctor of Philosophy in Finance, Master of Business Administration in Finance, and Bachelor Business Administration in Finance. Associate Professor Dr. Maheran Katan is a finance lecturer at University Technology Mara, Melaka, Malaysia. She obtained her bachelor and master degree from University of Miami, Florida, USA, and did her PhD in University Putra Malaysia, Serdang, Malaysia. She has successfully completed the Associate Qualification in Islamic Finance, or IQIF, a certified professional qualification on Islamic finance from Islamic Banking and Finance Institute, Malaysia. She has been teaching various finance subjects and research methodologies in 1992. She is research fellow at Center for Islamic Philanthropy and Social Finance. She has secured Fundamental Research Grant Scheme, FRGS, on the topic of accountability of Tahfiz Education Provider 2015, and subsequently a prototype research grant scheme in 2018. Her other FRGS grants are on Islamic Bereavement Care Services 2016, Cryptocurrency Self-Regulatory Framework 2018, and Young Successful Agripreneur 2018. Moreover, she has been awarded CSR grant from Kin Foundation 2017 and Yayasan Peneraju Pendidikan Bumi Putra 2018. Her research proposal on bridging interethnic social capital has been accepted by Wasatiyah Center for Peace, and she has been granted exploratory research grant. Her research interest in Islamic finance, personal finance, accountability, social entrepreneur, and productivity. And our last but not least speaker is the youngest doctor from University of Bina Nusantara, Dr. Shinta Amalina Hasrati Hafiz. She is a young PhD holder, lecturer, and researcher in the field of financial management with a deep willingness to be a lifetime learner. She taught several courses, for example, Introduction to Money Capital Market, Digital Banking and FinTech, Real Estate and Alternative Investment, Corporate Financial Management, Financial Modeling and Laboratory. She is also a part-time lecturer in Polytechnic Keuangan Negara STAN, and also Banking and Finance President University. She graduated from Wuhan University of Technology for her PhD from 2015 until 2018. Her master degree also obtained from Wuhan University of Technology, China, from March 2013 until June 2014, and her bachelor is from President University Indonesia, September 2009 until 2013. She is doing some community empowerment speaker and training from various places, Pekanbaru, Tangerang, Belitung, Jakarta, and also BINUS University. She is also inspire some young people, education from also education for women in podcasts held by PPI Tiongkok, online seminar, and some other activities. She also has some publication. The recent publication is with Handika and Supriyanto, with the title "Are Cryptocurrency Contagious to Asians' Financial Market?" Published in Research in International Business and Finance. This is the recent publication, and also some conferences and training workshop. Without further delay, we will call for the speaker for today. Hopefully, we will learn a lot from them, from prepare our business plan. We will have a 50 minutes presentation from each speakers, and then in the end, we will have questions from answers. The students will may ask through the chat box. You can write in the chat box, and I will read the questions and pass through to the speakers. Okay, have a big applause to our first speaker, Miss Mia Angelina. Miss Mia, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Bu Heny. Good morning, fellow lecturers from UITM Malacca. Good morning, students. How are you? May I see your faces, please, students? Can you put your video on? Hi.
Hello.
Did you have a good night's sleep?
Yes.
Yes, Miss.
Yes? No?
Yes. Yes.
Yes? Okay, that's good to hear. Okay. Today, I'm going to talk about promoting your business, because you will make a business plan for post-COVID. Wait, let me share my screen. Okay, there you go. Can you see my screen?
Yes, Miss.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Now, did any of you already have a business before? No one?
I don't think I have one, Miss.
No.
Yes.
No one? Yes, okay.
Yes.
Who said yes? Can I see your name and face? Can you introduce yourself? Who already had a business before coming to IVSC? I heard one yes.
Rick Finn.
No one? Come on, don't be shy.
Lumia
It's
ada
only
Rick Finn.
us.
Rick Finn has a business.
Sorry?
Rick Finn.
Sorry, who?
Rick Finn.
Rick Finn?
Yes.
Yeah, can you tell us about your business? Rick
No,
Finn?
I don't actually have a business, but it is my parent business. It is not my.
It's not yours, but
Yeah.
do you want to have your own business?
Yes, I do. I actually have start a small business back in 2018 with my friend. and we are selling macaroni, and we sell it to a lot of small warung-warung in Jakarta, but most of them don't pay back the money. So we went bankrupt.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, there is an experience for you. I bet you will have a lot of experience in business. Some are good, some are bad experience, meaning you need to learn from your experience. And
Right.
I hope after IVSC, you will all have your own business, or at least the idea for a business. Because by having your own business, you can learn a lot. The things that we cannot give you in the classroom, you can learn for yourself. Now, what I'm going to do today is just sharing several stuff. I don't have that many slides because I just want to talk to you about promoting business. And I can see several of my students joining IVSC, and I bet they already know some of the materials in my slide. So feel free if you want to ask any questions in the chat box, and Bu Heny will read them to me. Okay, so I have a quote from David Breyer. David Breyer is a branding specialist. He said, if you don't give the market the story to talk about, they will define your brand story for you. So this means, I almost always start with a quote. This means before you promote anything, you need to think about your brand. Because it doesn't matter how good your promotion is, if you don't have a good product or a good brand, it's useless. So please think about the product itself, the brand itself. Make it into your business plan later on. Think about that and give much effort into that before coming to the promotion. Okay. So what is a brand? Brands are names assigned to individual goods or a group of complementary products. Strong brands provide customers with assurance of quality and reduce search time while shopping. So if you have a strong branding, people will just remember your product. Okay, whenever they want to go, I want to buy a shampoo, I want to buy some soap, I want to buy handphones, the new handphones, I want to buy new laptops. Usually they already have a certain brands in their mind. So that is why you need to talk about the branding stuff. You need to talk about the story behind your product. You need to put effort to that story, to that brand itself. You need to put effort to your product. And then we can talk about promotion and marketing. Okay, so after you have your product, whatever it is, it will be exciting to see your ideas for the business. And then we can talk about the promotion, the business promotion. For example, I have this picture on the right side. It consists of different product and different brand. Can someone please tell me which one of these product is your preference? Which one is popping right now for you? Can someone want to tell me which one of these products from my picture?
Hence,
yes, who is this? Can you please tell me your name first?
Hence, the spotted.
Heny spotted dick.
Yes.
Why do you choose that one?
Because I have it at my home.
Because you have it in your home. Does it taste good?
Yes. I think it almost the most trusted brand.
Oh, okay. So you are familiar with that product and with that brand. Anyone else want to tell me?
The Popeyes.
For me, I saw chicken lips.
Which one?
Chicken
lips?
Yeah.
Yeah, why do you choose that one?
I think it's easy to spot because even the letters are too big. So when I just see like this one, that's where my eyes run very fast.
Nasrin.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
Lupa pula lah,
Amalina.
tudung kena pakai yang gelap. Tudung kena pakai yang gelap.
Anyone else want to answer which one, which brand or which product pop into their eyes? I hear someone say Popeye, the Popeye spinach. Can someone tell me why the Popeye spinach is popping?
Because Popeye is a cartoon, and then he eats spinach to get stronger to defeat his enemy. I don't know. I think it's
okay. So you are
branding.
familiar with the character, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. So what does small discussion means that brands talk to different kind of people. If you are in the supermarket and you see this kind of shelf, people would just buy the thing that they familiar the most. For example, people who are familiar with Popeye, whoa, what is this Popeye spinach? Maybe I can get strong as Popeye too if I buy this product, you know. And then the other person, what is this chicken lips? I should try this, you know. So that is the branding. You need to consider about your branding. Branding can be translated into your packaging design. So please put an effort and think about the branding. Now let's see business promotion. The promotion is the first marketing communication with customers. There are too many companies talking about their products and services, like you see in the shelf. They are talking to you indirectly. So how can you stand out? How can you pop for these customers' eyes? So you must create a well-crafted roadmap for your promotion to reach out to the right audience and convert them into your customers. I believe people who made the Popeye spinach, they only talk to pie fans out there. The same with if you see the Smurf. The Smurf, did you familiar with the Smurf character? This one, they also talk to the Smurf fans out there. So they don't talk to people who don't understand their characters. Their target market is people who already know the cartoons or the characters themselves. There is promotion, and it's also branding. Now I have a small table about marketing and promotion, the marketing mix. I believe some of you may have heard about this. So we have the marketing mix, or what we call it as 4P, which is product, price, promotion, and place or distribution. The modern marketing mix consists of more than 4 components. You can find them 7 P's or 7 C's. The thing is, there is no marketing strategy that is best for all. You need to choose one that is the best for your product. It may work for your competitors, but it may not work for you. You need to find them by yourself. So it doesn't matter you choose the 4 P's or the 7 P's or the 7 C's. If it consistent and if it suits your product, then it will be fine. What I'm talking about is in this slide, before you go to the promotion, you need to put a certain thinking and efforts to the 3 other P's: the product itself, the price, and the place. Where will you distribute them? After that, we can talk about the promotion. Now, we have 2 layers of promotion: the traditional promotional mix and the newest edition. The traditional consists of advertising, sales promotion, and personal selling. And the newest edition, I think I only have 7 in this 3rd layer, but in current trend and especially in 2020, people just keep adding into this 3rd layer. Should you use all of these promotion tools? No, of course not. It depends on your budget. It depends on your product. Like I said, it depends on the 3 other P's: your product, price, and place. Should you use only one of the promotion mix? I don't recommend you to use just one. They call it promotional mix for a reason, because you need to mix it with another tools. At least use 2, but it's also depend on your budget. Okay. We will discuss it later about the traditional and the newest edition. I will also have the current promotional trends for 2020. Now, promotion helps you to draw the attention of your target, create interest in your products and services, generate demands, and encourage them to purchase from you. This is the benefit of having a promotion. But if you are new to the business, if your product is new, your promotion goals, I think, would be better to generate awareness to your product. So I'm guessing if you have a business plan of a new business post-COVID, I think your promotional goals should be to generate awareness rather than generating sales, because you cannot have that much sales without a huge awareness. Okay, so what if I want to make a promotion strategy? This is the ideal process, the promotion process, but you can tweak this based to your needs and demands. For example, I put budget on the second step. You can change this into second to the last step. It's all up to you. But I think it must be start with setting promotional goals and ends with measurement or evaluation. In the between of those process, you can tweak it based on your needs and demands. Like I said, promotional goals for new business, it is better for generating awareness. And then budget, you need to have a certain budget. How much money will you have? How much money will you allocate? For a big company, big business, they usually put the budget in the front for a yearly promotional plan. So that's why people tend to do the budget on the second process, because they already allocate a certain amount of budget in the beginning of the year. Okay, let's take it one by one. Now, like I said, in the set promotional goal, remember to align promotional goals with your marketing goals. Which one is the marketing goals? This is the marketing mix, the 4 P's goals. So marketing has their own goals, promotion has their own goals. For example, if you already have a product, let's say it's Popeye spinach, and then you want to make another variant. Who is Popeye girlfriend? Olive? Let's say you want to make another variant titled Olive product. The marketing goals may be to generate sales because people already know about the Popeye, but the promotional goals may be to set or to increase awareness for the Olive only. So you can have a different goals between marketing and promotion, but always remember to align them. Okay. Now in a budget plan, how do I know how much money should I need for my promotion? The first one is to use geo-targeting. Do you familiar with geo-targeting? It means you choose a certain area as your target. For example, only in Jakarta or only in Malacca, for example. You only choose a certain area as your target. If you don't have that much budget, this is suits you better. The smaller area is better if you don't have a lot of budget. And then you scheduling. For example, you can choose 3 cities at once, but use scheduling to break down your budget. And then define your target market. This is the very important step in your promotional strategy, because you cannot do a good promotion without knowing who your target are. Do the research. Who is your target market? Categorize them by segment. You can categorize them by gender. For example, should you talk more to the male population or to the female population? You can categorize them by age. For example, which age group will be the target market of your product. You can categorize them by location, geographical location, or you can categorize them by their psychological and their lifestyle, their interest, their lifestyle. So it depends on you. There are no segmentation that is one for all, no. It depends on you. But usually people use demographic and psychographic as a segmentation. Demographic means you segment them by age, gender, income, education level, that is demographic. And then psychographic means by lifestyle, interest, hobby. As always research and categorize them by segment. Another thing to promotion is you cannot have a too wide segment. You need to choose them as much as detailed as possible. For example, rather than having, okay, my target market is male and female, age 18 to 60, located in urban areas. Rather than having like that, there is too wide, better than to have a detailed target market. Between 18 and 60, they have a different life event. They have a different life experiences. Which one would you choose as your main target market? Define it as detailed as possible. Rather than having male or female, it is better to choose, is it mainly male, for example, 60% male or 70% male, or is it mainly female? If you don't want to choose gender, categorize them by other segments. The thing is, don't have them too wide. It is better to be focused. Okay. Next is determine the promotion types. Wait, okay. So what does it mean by promotion types? It means that will you use your promotion online only, or is it offline only, or a mix of both? You need to define that from the start. So post-COVID, what are your imagination post-COVID society? Will people still be online only, or should you use offline too, or a mix of both is still better? Yeah, discuss it with your group later on. And then the message. What will you tell to your target market? What kind of language will you use to your target market? Research for keywords. You can use Google Trends, for example. What kind of keywords that trending for your products or for your ideas, for example. And use your uniqueness. Develop them into a full marketing messages. So these messages usually consist of 2 sentences maximum. Don't be too long. It is better only a few words or a sentence. So the shorter the message, the better it gets. People usually only remember shorter message than a long one. So construct your message clearly and use the same language as your target market. Because people with a higher education, they have their own language that which is different from people from lower educational level. And then build your promotional tactics. Yeah, choose your tools. Which one would you choose? The advertising, the personal selling, the sales promotion, or from the third layer from my previous graph? Yeah, will you choose the public relations, for example, or direct marketing? Yeah, choose them and remember it's a mix. So don't choose only one. It is better a mix of tools. To help you, it is better to visualize your progress by making a timeline. And if you choose more than two tools or more than two medias, you need to think about the timeline of this media. Will you publish them at the same time or one by one? Yeah. And what kind of messages will you publish on a certain media? For example, if you use social media as your tactics, you may use Instagram and maybe Facebook, for example, and the other one maybe Twitter, the top 3 social media, or maybe YouTube, yeah, the 4th top social media nowadays. Should you use the same content through all these 4 social media? People will get bored. If they follow you on the all the social media, you will get bored. So build promotional tactics, make a timeline. And then execute them and measure. Choose your measurement criteria. There is no such thing as the top measurement criteria. Choose what you need only. People sometimes choose engagement rate. People can also use sales. Is that an improvement on sales numbers? But you don't have to choose like other people, just choose based on your goals and your needs. So choose your measurement criteria, because there are a lot of criteria or metrics, as we call them, out there. Choose them wisely. And set the criteria per media or per tools. For example, if you use advertising, is it digital advertising or offline advertising? If you use billboard and digital advertising, you need different measurement criteria. You cannot use the same criteria on different kind of tools. And measure them regularly, of course. Okay, now let's take a look at the traditional promotion. First one is sales promotion. I don't discuss much about advertising. I believe you all know what advertising is. Advertising is the oldest promotion tools in the book. And I believe advertising will survive for years to come. Whenever there are a new medium, advertising will follow. So I will discuss about sales promotion. What is sales promotion? It consists of all the incentives offered to consumers and channel members to encourage product purchases. Sales promotion is a good way to push your sales in a short term. So if you want to push sales in the shorter term, you can always use sales promotion. That is a guaranteed way to push sales. The item of sales promotion includes coupons. You can distribute coupons. Premiums. Premiums means you develop a premium product and make it a bundle with your original product. Contest. You can have contest and sweepstakes. Refund or rebate. Yeah, you can make a refund. If you find a lower price anywhere, we will pay you the differences of the price, for example. And then sampling, you give a small sample for free. Bonus packs, if you buy the large variant and then you receive the smaller one for free, price off or discounts. Okay, this is the almost certain way to push sales in the shorter term. But if you want to build your branding or your image, I don't suggest you to use sales promotion. Why? Because if you put discount all the time, people will think you only have second-hand product, discounted product, second quality product. So don't use sales promotion for a long term. Only use it in the short term. And then personal selling, a face-to-face opportunity to build relationships with consumers. So you use a human sales, a personal sales that will meet the customers, sales promotion girls or sales promotion boy, to build relationships with customers. And database marketing involves collecting and utilizing customer data for the purposes of enhancing interactions with customers and developing customer loyalty. Database marketing means you build your own database of customer. You can ask them for their emails, for example, or you can ask them for their phone numbers to register with you. Then you build your database and you promote to your customer within the database. So you collect and you utilize the data. Remember to collect them by yourself. Don't buy data from third party, because your customer will feel disrespectful. They will feel disrespectful. How do you know my number? Because I never gave you my number. Something like that. Now, how about promotion in 2020? As you know, because of the pandemic, we tend to use digital media all the time. So there is a spike in digital media. So this is the promotion trend in 2020. One of them is content promotion. So company rely more on the content. Sorry. You need to have not just good, but a great content in 2020. Because like I said, people use digital media all the time nowadays. Content promotion is one of the key in marketing to expose your business and learn about your audience. It helps you to grow your traffic and gain results quicker. If your content doesn't lead to further engagement, you might be delivering it to the wrong people and wasting your effort, wasting your money and energy. To avoid this, you must outreach to a qualified audience and engage with them efficiently. So make a great content, not just good, but great content. Put money and budget on the content making. So what includes in content promotion? The first one is email subscription. You can gain customers' email via your website. So make a great website. And remember to collect email. Make a registration page, for example, and collect their customer data for your database. And you can use SEO content. If you have a great content, push them with SEO, so they will always get the first priority whenever people search your keywords on the search engines. And you can use blogger outreach. Contact a blogger and exchange the link. So you make a link to their website and they make a link to your content on your website. And you can also use social media. Like I said before, maybe you use the 4 top social media remember, don't have the same content. Use a different types of content in each of social media. Okay. The second one, promotion in 2020 is digital advertising. It differs from traditional advertising because it can drive your customer in a creative way. You can publish and express your story in a more creative way. Since it encourages interaction, it makes it easier for you to keep your target audience engaged and draw them to take actions. We have 4 kinds of digital advertising that you may already know. The first one is display ad. Whenever you surf the internet, you open a website, you may find a display ad on that website. And then the second one is search ads. If you go to a search engine and you type a keywords, the first one that you saw, usually an ad, that is a search ads. Third one is social media ads. I believe you're already familiar with this. Whenever you watch YouTube, for example, there is almost always an ad at the beginning, in the middle, and sometimes at the ending of the video. And the fourth one is native ads. This one is an ad that is so similar like any other content. For example, in Instagram, if you just scroll to your feed in Instagram, sometimes you will encounter promoted content in Instagram. They will show them just like any other post, but it is an ad. So that is why we call them native ads. Okay. Now here are promotional trends in 2020. The first one is the use of AI, artificial intelligence, to learn more about your customer. AI can help you to learn about your customer's hobby, interest, behavior, lifestyle, and so on. The second one is chatbot. People tend to use or interact with chatbot in 2020. If they don't understand anything, if they want to ask about anything, they would rather just type their question, and this chatbot gave them an answer rather than picking up a phone and call your sales representative. The third one is personalized email marketing. We don't want any other email marketing. We want them personalized. We want to see our names in their email. We want to see our interest in the email. For example, if I'm into books, for example, I want to see that they offer me some books. I don't want to see they offer me some kind of things that I don't have any interest at all. It should be personalized. And then the use of micro-influencer, not just a big influencer, mega influencer, but micro-influencer. Micro-influencer is people who has 1,000 followers, not a million, not 50,000, but people who has 1,000 followers, they can be considered as micro-influencer. Next one is the use of messenger and in-app ads. Messenger ads is the use of SMS ads, where you receive ads through SMS. And in-app ads is whenever you use one apps, and these ads will just pop out. And then the last one is mobile coupons. So in 2020, people love coupons in their mobile phone. All they have to do is just give them to the sales representative. I have this coupon, and they will process that coupon. So this is the promotional trends for you to discuss with your team. Okay, that's it. Like I said, I don't have many materials, and maybe we can discuss about some questions from you.
Okay, thank you, Miss Mia Angelina. Students, we already know some of the presentation of Miss Mia, and We know how to design and plan a promotion to be effectively reach your target market. Now we are going to speaker number 2, Mr. Hilmi Bakar. Mr. Hilmi Bakar, the floor is yours.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. Selamat pagi, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, Dr. Heny Kurniawati, for that wonderful introduction. Okay, before we go any further, let me do basic check, basic system check, network and audio check. If you guys can hear me and see me clearly, could you write something on the chat panel? Anything like, Waalaikumsalam Pak Hilmi, good morning Sir Hilmi, or selamat pagi Pak Hilmi, anything.
Selamat pagi, welcome.
Hi, selamat pagi.
Hi.
We can
Hi, okay, good, that's great. Okay, I would love to get feedback from everyone. Okay, all right. Selamat pagi, selamat pagi. Hi, husband. Hi, Angelina. Hi, good morning. Okay, all right. So perfect. All is good. So we can proceed with my cantik sekali. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, perfect. All good. So we can proceed with my self-introduction. Dr. Heny already introduced my full name. Yes, my name is Muhammad Hilmi bin Bakar, as you can see on the screen now. I'm from UITM, but if difficult for you to pronounce my name, you can call me by a more friendly name. You can call me Mr. Amy, Opa Amy, EMI Amy. Okay, good. All right, so I do hope our session is an interactive two-way communication session. If you have any question or anything interesting related to our topic, feel free to temporarily turn on your microphones. You know how to turn on your microphone, right? And share with us or drop anything in the chat panel. Okay, can we do that? Just press the spacebar button on your keyboard and sing. No, not sing, just say anything. Can we do that? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, all right, thank you. So, why you are here joining this virtual summer camp? I do believe in each and every one of you is a very talented, brilliant individual that been selected by the faculty member or volunteered to participate in this program. I think you might have your own business, or you are planning to have your own business one day, or maybe your lecturer just like you so much. That's why they want you to be here. I don't know. All right, Dr. Mia Angelina already shared with you previously. Dr. Mia already shared with you the importance of marketing and advertising, right? So this is my turn now to share with you guys what I think as a very useful tips on creating a good advertisement or digital promotional content on social media. Okay, what I think is good, because there's a lot of things. I'm going to share about IDA model and basic introduction on how to use Google Trends. There are so many things to discuss about social media advertising, but since we have a very limited time, so I decided to share only these two important and fun topics. Fun tips on creating social media ads, how IDA and Google Trends can help you. That's my topic here. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. What is IDA? IDA is a sales and marketing model that you must take into consideration when you are planning to write or create an advertisement. I don't want to go into details of its history because not all people like history. I do believe that young people, beautiful and handsome people like you guys, you don't want to listen much on history. Okay, but this is what IDA is stand for. Give me a few seconds. Let me change my background. Okay, this is IDA model. Can you see this? Can you see what this IDA model on the screen?
Yes.
Sir.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Okay, this is IDA model. Okay, how many of you know about IDA model before? Anybody? Maybe you've learned it in your class?
Yes.
Oh, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so it will be much easier for me to explain about IDA model. Some of you already know about IDA model. Some of you, maybe this is the first time you heard about IDA model. Okay, IDA model, A stands for attention, I for interest, D for desire, and A for action. Simple as that. This is a very old model. If you want to create an advertising content on your social media, your content must have all these elements. This is a very old model, but still very, very useful. Latest, we have the AIDCA. I don't know how to pronounce that. AIDCA, how you pronounce that, the new model? AIDCA. Or have you heard about it? No.
I haven't, sir.
Okay, latest we have AIDCA, which C stands for conviction. But for this session, I prefer if we stick with IDA. So whenever a social media user encountered a good advertisement on their social media, a good advertisement should have all of these elements and ads that can grab audience attention, that is interesting, can create desire in their audience, and can guide user to take some action. So I explained a little bit, not so detailed on each stage. So IDA model, during this attention stage, you need to design an advertisement that can grab your audience attention. Imagine this, you are holding your phone while scrolling on your Instagram or maybe your TikTok apps. TikTok is a very powerful platform nowadays. Okay, you will notice few advertisements appeared on your screen, right? So what will you do? You scroll it faster, right? You have a very fast finger to swipe up all those ads. But as a businessman or advertisers, you don't want that to happen. You want people to stop and look at your ads. You want people to pay attention at your ads. That's what you want people to do. So in order to do that, you need to know your audience. You need to know your audience, okay? What they want and what they like. Then you can create a social media content that can really grab the attention of your audience. Sir Desmond, I do believe yesterday, Sir Desmond on the first day already mentioned about market segmentation. Market segmentation. You guys still remember that? Yesterday.
Yes.
Okay, so do your market segmentation properly, not too wide preferably. No way you can market you can do your market segmentation like I'm targeting 18 to 45 years old. No way you can do that, because 18 years old audience think differently with the 45 years old audience. Okay, you need to create a proper market segmentation. You cannot target like everyone in Malacca or everyone in Jakarta. That will be very, very difficult to create content with a very wide target market. All right, you need to make your market segment smaller. Okay, try to think of what kind of content that can grab your audience attention. So remember, the first 3 seconds for your post is super duper important. That 3 seconds before they decide to swipe away from your content. You do the same thing, right? If the first 3 seconds of the content you feel interesting, you'll stay on that content. Or if you think the first 3 seconds of that content is not interesting, what do? Just swipe it away, right? So depend on your target audience again. What are the things that can grab their attention? I don't know, your target audience, maybe pretty girls, handsome guy, beautiful scenery, flashing lights, or something annoyingly disturbing as the lotus potholes. I don't like lotus potholes. I have that phobia. You know, lotus flower, they have pots, the lotus potholes. I actually have, I don't like it, I hate it. So if you want to know more about lotus potholes, you can Google it now, but don't show it here. I don't like it. I'll scream if I see that images. You can Google it now if you want. Have you find any picture of lotus? You can Google lotus potholes phobia. You know about it, right? If you can use your phone and Google it. You find it? Can you find it?
Yes,
And you know what I mean, right? I don't like that. Yeah, I don't like it. I hate it. I hate it. That images will stay in my mind for a few hours. I have that kind of phobia for lotus spots holes. Okay. All right. Okay, now, since I want this session to be a two-way interactive, can you share with us, you just type it in the chat panel, any ads that you remember floats around your Instagram? You can type anything. I do believe this morning you play with your phone, right? Your Instagram, maybe you're browsing through your TikTok apps. Do you remember any ads? Can you type it here? Or you don't remember any ads? Game ads, yes. How to pronounce your name, Rickvin?
Yes, it is. It's correct.
Scam ads. I also play games. I play Mobile Legend. Okay, that's why sometimes games ads also appear on my phone. Monash Indonesia community, Wakaf ads. Oh, Haisa, very good. Wakaf ads. Very cheap Apple product. Forex ads. MACD ads. Okay. Evolin. Oh, the brand is Evolin Mars. The whey protein. Okay. When you write brands, or when you can remember ads, as you write it here, that ads actually did a good job. They only appear on your screen like for about less than 30 seconds, but you still can remember it now. Okay, thank you, healthy ads. You know what? That ads, all the thing that you write now is what you've been searching before. You've searched before, you use that keywords, and Google keywords and Facebook ads, you follow your interests anywhere you go. Detected by cookies, yes, Haze, correct. They have like an algorithm to detect your interest. They try to make the ads customized for the audience. Okay, nice. Okay, next, I want to proceed. After you successfully grab your audience attention, the next stage is to create interest. You see, the second stage is interest. Yes, I repeat, interest stage. You need to hold their attention for the next few seconds. You need to hold it a while longer. You need to give them the reason to stay. Why they must stay on your content. It's like telling them a story. Don't leave yet. I have a story to tell. You can do that in your ads. You can do a storytelling approach to keep them interested to stay with you. You can try to explain about the problem. Normally, at this stage, you explain about the problem that your audience is facing, your target audience is facing. Or you can create a little pressure in your audience so to make them feel they need a solution, and you are about to offer them a solution. That's advertisement, and that's what you do in the second stage. I give you an example. Like, this is a bad example, actually. Like, you're selling a slimming product. Maybe you want to tell a story about a situation where a girl cannot fit her whole clothes and feel frustrated. I think everyone that gained weight a bit have this kind of situation. They still keep their old clothes in the closet, but they cannot wear it. And they think, okay, one day I'll get slimmer and can wear back that old clothes. Okay, next, or maybe you can tell a story about a girl, because you target a younger target audience, maybe a college student, or a girl walking into a new lecture hall, and everyone don't even bother to look at her because she is fat. Okay, this is really a bad example. Body shaming is bad. But yeah. This is where you play with your audience emotion and experience. If you can relate your story with their personal experience, they might agree with you and develop more interest towards your brand and your content. You want to do that. You want to make them feel related. Okay, again, in order to do this, you need to know your audience. You need to know your audience. You need to dig for consumer insights. I don't want to go deeper about consumer insights because I only have 1 hour with you guys. That's why I speak fast, because I want to share as much as I can. Okay, I don't want to go deeper into consumer insights, but I do hope you can Google about it yourself. Okay, after this session, maybe in the evening, you can Google a bit. You can go deeper about consumer insights. This is very important before you do any plan or any advertisement, marketing campaign. You need to know more about your consumer, what they do. Oh, I don't want to explain about that. I got carried away about consumer insights. So the key to this interest stage is to make the problem feel personal to your audience, as if you are talking specifically to the audience, not to the other people. Okay, clear? Clear. Kanto research Forex. Yes, I don't want to check for Forex. Spying privacy issue. Okay, detected. Okay. I read on the chat panel. Okay, moving on. The third stage is the desire stage. You already gained their attention and interest. Good job. The first 2 stages, you done it perfectly. Now, it is the time to make them feel they really, really need your product or services, moving their mindset from before, I like it. Now you want to move their mindset from I like it to I want it. I want that product. I want that slimming product. Okay, tell your audience what you can do or what you can offer to solve the problem that you've been telling before in the interest stage. Okay, for example, you feel fat, but you like to eat. Okay, I also feel fat, but I also like to eat. I want to slim down, but I cannot stop eating. That's me. Okay, I don't know about other people. Okay, you can tell your audience that with your product, you can still enjoy doing the things that you like, that you love to do, like eating, but at the same time, you can lose some weight. In Malaysia, we call it kurus tanpa berlapar. Okay, I don't know. I do teach advertising, but sometimes I do fall with this kind of scam. I don't know, with this kind of idea. All right, kurus tanpa berlapar. Eat as much as you want, but you still can lose your weight. Okay. At this stage, you also need to show them, visualize with images or videos on how you can fulfill their needs. Normally at this stage, a before and after photos can help a lot. If you see a lot of advertisement online or on TV, they show before and after images like Pantene, the shampoo product, slimming product. They like to show before and after product. And they use a lot of beautiful models to attract your attention. Okay, if all this done properly, at this stage, your audience will actually be ready to make a purchase. From this to this, selalunya di Twitter iklan begini digunakan. Yes, banyak iklan kat sini guna macam ni. Okay, the last stage in AIDA model is the action stage. At this stage, you would want to persuade. I use the word persuade. You want to persuade your audience to take immediate action. You need to do it now. Now. It's immediate action. You want to do it tomorrow, next month, next week? No, you want them to do it now. You must tell them what to do. We call this a call to action, CTA, call to action. Depending on your advertising objective on the social media, what you want them to do after they watch your ads. Okay, you want you know that all ads on your Instagram have a call to action button. Later when you go and browse through, you play with your Instagram, you might notice all ads in the story or in the feed have a call to action button. Okay, the button is either to click and subscribe for your page or channel, to click and call or WhatsApp you or text you, or click and lead you to your website, or immediately or click immediately make a purchase. That's what we call a call to action. Okay, at this stage, you might want to create a sense of urgency. By offering your audience a limited time deal or a discount, but tell them that you need to act now before your voucher expired in 5 minutes. I do believe everyone here already experienced with a good social media advertisement. Everyone here, because you play social media, you might experience, you encountered a good social media advertisement. You already clicked. I do believe you already clicked the call to action button. The moment you click the call to action button, the CTA, that's mean the advertisement it is already a good advertisement, but because you click the CTA, and some of you already made purchase from the advertisement, or maybe download an apps for this from these good ads. You see some games. How many of you downloaded the games that you saw the advertisement? How many of you? Some of you guys play games, right? Mobile games? Yay, Rickvin also. What kind of game that you click and download? Just because the game. Okay, all right. No, okay, no Hidayat. You're not playing games, right? You do shopping online. You do a lot of shopping online, I think. Yes. But some of the ads, I do agree with you. Marvel Super War. Okay, all right. See, some of the ads you already clicked it and install it on your phone, or you click it and it brings you somewhere to from the social media. All right, that is all about IDA model. That is all shopping online. Yes, for shopping online. Oh, for networking. Yes, Caroline, I don't know, Caroline is a lecturer or student. Yes, Caroline, some games are clickbait. Okay, that's all about IDA model. Before I forget, I remember Pak Yanua. I pronounced his name correctly, I think. Pak Yanua yesterday shared a very interesting video that can actually summarize all about IDA model. If you can get that video, you might understand better what is IDA model. You can contact Pak Yanua. Okay, remember guys, each time when you are planning to write or create an advertisement for social media, think about IDA model. Think about IDA model. As a beginner, this model is very, very useful. You only have about 30 seconds to grab your audience attention, all the way from attention to take action in only 30 seconds. See, a very important and powerful 30-second advertisement. Yes. Okay, you need to remember, you need to ask yourself, IDA model, AIDA. Okay, I want to create a content, a social media advertisement. Do I really answer all the IDA model? You need to sit down and discuss with your team member. All right, before I proceed with Google Trend, is there any question about IDA model? Any question? No question.
No, sir. I think the explanation is already clear enough.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, Brendan. And thank you, Miss, I don't know your name. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so can I proceed with Google?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. How many of you know about Google Trend?
I know Google Trends.
Google Translate?
Google Trends, yes.
I know.
I read it.
I know.
Oh, okay. You explore Google Trends already?
Yes.
I tried
Yes.
during my ENT.
Okay. That's good.
I also use Google Trend for my class because it's one of the material that I got from my class before.
Okay, that's great. It's a free platform, right? Free but very useful. Okay, I just share with you guys. Some of you might know about it. Some of you, maybe this is the first time. Yes, Akbar, it's about trending keywords. What is everyone searching on Google? Okay, then I'll just share with you guys my screen, Google Trends. Wait, okay, can you see this?
Yes.
Okay, this is Google Trends. What good about Google Trend is, how can you use Google Trend to create a good copywriting, a good ads? Okay, because previously you've learned about SEO, you know about search engine optimization. Okay, people do such a thing online with Google, right? So when you write when you want to write a copywriting, a good ads, you need to know what kind of words that they use. So when they write that words, your ads will appear. For example, in Malaysia, the hijab, in Indonesia you call that hijab also, right? Tudung kepala.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hijab.
Hijab.
Yeah.
Hijab. Is there any word that you use for hijab?
No. No, it's just hijab.
It's just hijab. All right, but in Malaysia, we have two words. You mostly use words. We have hijab and we have tudung. You know that?
Yeah.
We have hijab and we have tudung. Or for example, if I type hijab here, and for Google Trends interface, you can change the country. For example, this one I change it to Malaysia, right? Okay, to Malaysia. Okay, you can see this is the trends. The trends for the past 12 months, people search the keywords hijab. I prefer to look for the past 5 years. Okay, for the past 5 years. But you want to know either more people use hijab or more people use tudung. So I can compare the word here. Tudung. Okay, but in Malaysia, you can see that more people using the word tudung. Okay, so if you want to sell tudung in Malaysia, then you need to use the words tudung. If you use the word tudung, you might reach more audience. Okay, not hijab, but in Indonesia, I changed the country. In Indonesia, nobody used tudung, I think. More people use hijab. So depend on your target audience, because you write ads for your target audience, for the market segmentation. Okay, you need to know your target audience. Then you know what kind of keywords to use. And interesting about wait now, I just removed I more familiar with Malaysia market. Okay, this is Malaysia market. You can remove this. Okay, you can also see this, which state in Malaysia that Google most about tudung. Okay, if you scroll down a bit, you can see that people in Terengganu look for tudung more compared to other people in other states, followed by Kelantan and Pahang. And using Google Trends, you can also look for the related topics and related queries. When people look for tudung, what are the things that they also search for in Google? And when you use the word rising, you can choose either rising or the top trendings. Okay, rising. What is rising related topic that even this is rising? Tudung bawal, kekabu fashion, dark, Mira, Filza. Okay. All right. So when you want to create a content, you can use this topic. You can use this part to give you some idea. I want to write about what? Something like that. Okay. Next, I like to share with you guys about in Malaysia, we have baju kurung. We have baju kurung. In Indonesia, do you know what is baju kurung? Hello?
No, sir.
You don't know what is baju kurung?
No.
Okay, baju kurung is the traditional clothes. It's the Malay traditional clothes. Malay traditional clothes. Okay, what I like to share with you guys here, baju kurung is a seasonal thing. Can I say that seasonal thing? People wear baju kurung mostly every day. People can wear baju kurung, but during Hari Raya, people will Google about more on baju kurung, because if you can see the graph here, this is for the past 5 years. You can see all the peak in the graph. This peak is all about months before Hari Raya. This peak, a month before Hari Raya. So you can use Google Trend first to find keywords to write for your content, and the second one, you can use Google Trends to plan when for your media planner when to post, about 1 week or 1 month or 6 months before. So you have the idea, like about a month before Hari Raya Puasa Idul Fitri, a month before or maybe 2 months before Hari Raya, you need to start posting. You need to start do ads for your baju kurung if you're selling baju kurung, because you want people to find your post. Okay. This is how Google Trends work. You need to explore it yourself. This is fun. This is really fun. Okay, and this is also interesting. In Google Trends, you can see what people search the most in the year of 2019, 2018. You search here. Okay, I'll show you the video what people search the most in 2019.
Coast Guard heroes arriving in the Abaco Islands.
5 young boys create a rescue trampoline.
The first to run a marathon in under 2 hours.
We have seen what we thought was unseeable.
A relay of dogs will lead blind runner Tom Panic across the finish line.
Nicolas Mahut lost in the French Open, but then his 7-year-old son ran onto the cart to give his dad a big hug.
Her and her sister have been heroes for many little girls out there.
I will thank my amazing mom. She's my hero.
Hi, I love you.
Exactly what I was thinking.
When you are free to be you, it is the best feeling in the world.
He is the Sully Sullenberger of pizza.
My family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans.
We know deep down what's right and what's needed.
Okay, I stopped the video now. So basically at this page, you can see what people around the world search most. What are the keywords that people search the most around the world? So in 2019, people search most about heroes. Okay, so you can go and find it out yourself what people search in 2018, 17, and 16. All right, that's all from me. Wait, I switch everything off. Okay, that's all from me. I already shared with you guys about AIDA model and Google Trends. I do hope I don't exceed time. I'm open the floor for question and answer. Anything?
Thank you, Mr. Hilmi. We will keep the questions and answer in the end of the session, okay?
Okay, sure.
Will be here until the end of the session.
Yes, I'll be here. Sure.
Okay, very interesting and very eye-catching the explanation of Mr. Hilmi about how we can use social media to our promotion to be effective. I hope you guys will very enjoy his explanations. And idea model is a beautiful name, Mr. Hilmi.
Thank you.
Okay, now we will move to the next sessions. Before we talk about promotion and advertising, now we talk about money. We will talk about to finance our proposal, our business plan. Our next speaker is Dr. Maheran. Dr. Maheran, the floor is yours.
Okay. Okay, Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning,
Doctor.
Hi. Okay, so welcome to my session. A very energetic session by Pak Hilmi. I hope you are very much into listening what's next lah. But next topic is about money. I hope it is as interesting as the media lah, because no money, no talk, right? Can you see my slide now?
Yes, doctor.
Okay, very good. So after our session on the marketing aspect of your business, let's talk about money. So thank you, Dr. Heny, for introducing myself. Okay. So, and also thank you for the committee members for inviting me to share some knowledge with all of you. How many of you in here? About 50, right? 25 from Malaysia and 25 from BINUS. Okay, I think this is a very good session lah, international virtual summer camp. This is where networking happens. Okay, I hope all of you take advantage of this program. So my topic is a bit general because this is the first topic on finance. So the title is Crisis-Proof Financial Tips for Young Entrepreneurs who are yourself young entrepreneurs. Okay, now let's talk about numbers. Since you are finance people, we love numbers so much. So let me ask you a question. How many people there are in the world as of now, or what is the world population as of now? Do you can anyone give a good guess?
7 billion, 7 point something billion.
Yeah, 7 point something billion, right?
Yeah.
Billion. Oh, okay. Let's see how many actually. It's about 7 billion people. Very good. Wow, you are so knowledgeable in terms of your geography, right? How many people we have. So now the question is, what do these 7 billion people do? So this diagram show you what do people do in the world. So we have 1.7 billion people work in services like myself in teaching line. And then 1.4 billion works in agriculture. Okay, thanks to these people, we have food on our table. And then, 800 million works in industrial job, in factories, manufacturing. 577 million older, not working. So where are the entrepreneurs? Can you see where are the entrepreneurs? It's actually
400 million.
Here. Yeah, 400 million are entrepreneurs. So how many percent is that? 400 million out of 7 billion people is about 5.7%. So basically, only about 6% of the world population are entrepreneurs. So what can you say about this? As a conclusion, entrepreneurs, I would say, are very special people, very selected fews. Okay, and also because why they are very selected fews? Because they have very special characteristics that might not everybody can do, but everybody can try. So I congratulate yourself, 50 of you, for for doing this summer camp with the intention of one day will become an entrepreneur. So you will be into this statistic of 6% people in the world. Now the question is, do you need to have money in order to become entrepreneurs? What do you think? Do you need to have a lot of money to become entrepreneurs?
Yes, doctor.
Ah,
Yes.
okay. So now I have this slide that talk about 10 most inspirational rags to riches entrepreneurs. Okay, what does it mean? These people are not born into rich family or silver spoon kind of situation, but they managed to become entrepreneurs. For example, we have Steve Jobs, the late Steve Jobs, and everybody knows he actually was adopted and he was a college dropout, but somehow he managed to change the world through Apple. Do you agree with me? He managed the world through he changed the world through Apple. Do you believe?
Yes, agree, doctor.
Thank you. And then we have Richard Branson. Who is this Richard Branson? Do you know who this Richard Branson? He's actually like OKU lah, dyslexic kids kan, having not a very good childhood, but he managed to be business magnate with all sort of businesses. He's actually have owned the Virgin Records and whatnot, Virgin Airline. And a list goes on and on. Oprah Winfrey grew up poor, used to wear dresses made out of potato sacks. Have you ever had to wear dresses made out of potato sacks? You know what potato sacks is all about? It's a guni lah. In Malay, we call it guni. She used to have that kind of life. But now what happened to her? Her net worth is 0.6 billion and she's into media and business empire. She has owned, right, Oprah Winfrey Network. And the list goes on and on and on. So what I'm trying to tell, to show here, to share with you is that it's good that if you have family backing to do our business, but it's not impossible to start from zero. So if any one of you have any doubt of your ability or of your answers to become successful entrepreneurs, always learn and read about these people. Very much will motivate you to become entrepreneurs, because if they can do it, we also can do it. And we also have models regarding this from the rags to riches from Indonesia and also from Malaysia. From Malaysia, we have this Syed Mota Al-Buhari, who is one of the 10 richest men in Malaysia. He started, he was actually also high school dropout, but now his net worth is USD 1.2 billion. And in Indonesia, how to actually pronounce this? Is this Eka
Cipta Wijaya?
He's like famous businessman in Indonesia, right? Do you know him? Those students from Indonesia. His net worth is USD 9.1 billion, and he was actually emigrating from China and started his entrepreneurial endeavors as a teen selling biscuits, cookies and whatnot. We have a lot of students here selling biscuits and whatnot. One of these days, they might become billionaires also. So why I'm sharing this with you, just that I want you to have a mindset that money is important, but having a lot of money doesn't mean, in order to become entrepreneurs, doesn't mean you have to have a lot of money. Even from humble beginning, you can become successful. Next, but provided you are willing to lead the kind of life the entrepreneurs have to lead their life. Entrepreneurs is living a few years of your life like most people won't, with hardship and whatnot, so that you can spend the rest of your life like most people can. Once you have all the money, you can live however way that you want. But normally, great entrepreneurs, I can see once they have a lot of money, they become even better people. They become philanthropists. They help each other. Have you ever heard of the story of Raji Bank owner? The richest, one of the richest men in the world, but basically he has no money because he wakaf everything. So are you ready to become an entrepreneur?
Yes.
Yes, good. Okay, so this is let's move on to the content of this or this talk is about financial tips for young entrepreneurs. So if you follow these tips, it'll help you to weather any crisis that you have. Okay. So the first one is, of course, whenever you want to do anything, you must have the guidance or the path that you want to do. So you have to establish your financial goals. This is the first thing. What is it that you want to have? The goals in your life financially. So the goals must be written. So I ask you yourself, have you your financial goals or not? Have you had your financial goals? And if you have you write it somewhere? Have you written your financial goals somewhere? Because why? Because if by writing down your financial goals, you are 42% more likely to achieve them. Because if like after you write down your goals, it means like you train yourself, you have a contract yourself, these are the things that you want to do, so you are going to achieve them. You are more guided in a way. And your goals must follow basically the SMART rules lah. The SMART stand for what? Should be specific, exactly what you want, and then should be measurable. How will you know that you have achieved the goals? And must be achievable, must be doable, and must be realistic, doable, and also must be timely. You should tell for 1 year, what is it? How much sales that you want to have? And this goal also, if possible, you break the goal into smaller milestone. They say if you want to have a goal of having 10 million sales in a year, maybe you break it down. Okay, per month I should have like at least 1 million per month. So if you the first month you reach the 1 million milestone, then you become very happy because somehow you have achieved your goals. So one of the tips for you is to break down your goals so that once you constantly hitting your smaller goals, it boosts your confidence. Anyone would like to share with me your financial goals? Have you set up your financial goals? So you want to share your goals with me? Some people might want to have a goal or financial goal of I will become millionaire by the age of, let's say, what age should be the good age to become millionaire for you as the young entrepreneurs, if you are not already millionaire yet? Anyone? When will you wish to become a millionaire or billionaire nowadays? People are talking about by the age of, say, like 30. How old are you nowadays? All the participants, you are like 20 something, right? You are in your 20s?
Yes.
So by 30s, what should you have? By 40s, what should you have? Okay, these are the goals that you should write down so that it guide you. The most important thing is because once you have your goals, it will guide you so that you don't stray from your goals. Okay, so this is the most basic things. You must have your goals. Next is number 2, you have to do good cash flow management. Most common reason for business failure is because why? Because businesses run out of money. Okay, so you need to know the ins and out of every single dollar of in your business. How to do that? You have to do income and expense tracking and do follow budget. So now everything at your fingertips, isn't it? We have a lot of apps. We have financial apps that you can use. So you need to download financial apps and then use them. This is the gist of cash flow management, but I will break it down, number 2, into a few tips. So the first one is you have to learn to limit your fixed expenses. What are fixed expenses? These are expenses that you need to pay regardless of how much money you have, regardless of how much sales you do, you still have to pay fixed expenses. Give me some example of fixed expenses.
The rent.
The rent is considered as fixed because whether you live there, whether you open your business or not, you still have to pay the rent. And rent normally very expensive or not. If you're renting nice fancy offices or shop lots, it's actually very expensive. Therefore, tips to this is you have to limit your fixed expenses because low expenses is the key to longevity, the key to your survival, your business survival. So aim to operate in a lean operation. Your aim is to get more capital for growth. So your top priority actually to generate capital revenue, and not priority is to have fancy offices in the heart of the city with a lot high rent, with over the top amenities. That one is not your priority. Okay, so this one is very important. Limit your fixed expenses. It's because it's going to kill you if you don't follow this. Number 2 is to follow the budget. Normally we have this rule of 50, 30, and 20. What is that? 50 of your post-tax income should be for necessities. Necessities are things like your rent, food, and also transportation. And 30% is for your wants. What is it that you want? Like for entertainment, for non-essentials of shopping, you should reward yourself also. So you should allocate some money for your wants. And don't forget, this is the most important thing, the 20% of your money should go into saving. So the term that people use is pay yourself first. Once you get your money, you have to pay yourself. Treat through automated deposit. Treat this like a bill. Okay, automatically pay yourself. So if you follow this budget, then you will have a good financial standing. Okay, tips number 2C, this is also very important. The key to everything, key to cash management is to track and monitor your spending. So how to do that? First, as I said, you download financial apps. Okay, for example, here there is an article that says guide you on the 9 best financial planning and also accounting apps. Accounting apps also you can download for your startup. So some like Mint and everything. You just go to your Google Play and then you just type financial planning apps or accounting apps, and a lot of apps will come out. And then you try one of them, find the one that is most suitable to you. Okay, also you can read reviews, which one is the best, people have used it and they have reviewed. So use the one that is most recommended and suit your needs. Okay, once you have decided your financial apps, what you need to do, you have to consistently use the apps. Okay, no need downloading and then forget about it. Okay, this actually in one of my classes, I asked students as their assignment to do this and then to download and then use the app for 2 months. Okay, because ancient rule of 21 says if you do anything for 21 days in a row, it will be installed as a habit. It will become a habit for you. I've had students who came back, who have graduated and then came back and said to me, thank you, doctor, for teaching us how to do this financial app, because normally in the class, nobody knows about financial apps. Once I asked them to download and they started to use, and they found that it actually helped them in their life after they graduated. Any of one of you have been using any financial apps?
I'm using Money Manager, doctor.
Money Manager, good. Okay, I hope if any one of you have not been using, then you go and download and find the one that is best suit you. Why? Because cash is actually king. If I ask you how much money you spent yesterday, can you tell me exactly how much money you spent yesterday? Can you remember?
I did not spend any.
I did not spend any because you stay at home, right?
Yes.
Okay, so if I ask you how much money you spent last year, this date, this is 5th August, right? 5th August 2019. How much did you spend?
I have to recheck.
You have to be checked. If you have done proper record keeping, either using financial apps or using you write it on in a book, then fine, which is good. But most people, we don't actually track and monitor our spending. Then it's going to be a problem because you have to be aware of little expenses. A small leak will sink a great ship. This is by Benjamin Franklin, which I think is very true. Small thing and small expenses will add up. Then, because if you use the financial apps, at the end of every month, they will give you a summary. Where does your money go? Okay, so you can know exactly how did you spend your money, your pattern, your behavior and whatnot. And from there on, you can decide, oh, probably I shouldn't be spending on this. I spend too much on eating out, say for example, I should save money on this, I should save money on that. If you don't have this thing, this data, you don't know exactly what have you done with your money. So a lot of people, if you know Azizi Ali, who used to write book, not still writing books, and good finance speaker, used to say he's a pilot. He has a lot of money. His salary was huge, but at the end of the month, he feel that he didn't accumulate anything. Okay, for so many years in his life, having so much salary, and yet he didn't have anything, he said. So at one day it dawned to him, oh, I have to do something about it. And he started to read about financial planning and whatnot. And now he shared everything that he has learned through his talk and also his books. So one of the things that he emphasized is to keep track of your spending, because cash is king. I hope you agree with me. Okay, this is tip number 2D related to your cash management. You have to separate your business and personal expenses. Okay, especially if you just starting your entrepreneurial journey, I advise you to separate those things. Why? Because of a few reasons. First is for tax purposes. When you want to claim tax relief, you have to know this one is for business or this one is for personal. If you have separated them earlier on, then it's easier for you to know. And there's another concept we call corporate veil protection. Okay, if your business gets sued, you don't separate these two, personal and your business account, then these people can go to your personal asset because it's not being separated. So what is it you want? You want to protect your personal asset. Because of that, you have to separate business and personal expenses. And co-mingling funds, difficult for you to get loans because the bankers cannot decide is this for business or it is for personal. So how to do that? First, you have to open a bank account specifically for business. And then pay yourself a salary like you are the employee also. And if you want to use credit card for business, use specifically for business. Okay, so this is tip 2D. Okay, so those are the number 2 tips are all on cash management. Next, we go to the tips number 3, which is on time is money. Okay, every minute of your time has monetary value. So every second that you spend doing something unrelated to your business is time and money wasted, because we only have 24 hours a day. Therefore, you have to plan your schedule and day-to-day duties so that it will bring value to your business. So remember, don't waste time, because time is money, especially for business people. Time is very precious. And then tips number 4, this actually has been mentioned by Ibu Mia. and also Pak Hilmi previously, but still this is related to money. Focus on customer acquisition and retention. Customer acquisition, which has been mentioned earlier, you have a lot of ways or channel to acquire to get your customer through media, through whatnot, which has been mentioned by Ibu Mia and also Pak Helmi. And the most common one people normally use are the websites, email, and social media. Another important thing, not only you acquire your customer, you have to retain them. Retaining your customer is very important because 44% of companies have a great focus on customer acquisition versus only 18% that focus on retaining your customer. So you have to work on repeat customer, because repeat customer meaning satisfied customer. Satisfied customer will bring good word of mouth to other potential customer. When you have a lot of customers, then the money will come in. Okay, even though this one look like marketing, but it relates to money because your sales and everything come from customers. So you have to really take care of your customer, have a good relationship with your customer. Okay, tip number 5, of course, this is actually the last one. Hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. So we have to be optimistic, be positive that you can do this, that your business is going to be successful, but always prepare at the back of your mind that unfortunate stuff do happens. So in order to, you have to be ready, be prepared. So how to be prepared? When it comes to money, money only speak one language. What is it? If you save me today, I will save you tomorrow. So what does it mean? You have to always save money. Okay, because don't waste your money, because whenever we have crisis, for example, like this pandemic thing, really tells people really teach us that you have to really have your emergency fund and whatnot. If not, your business won't survive. Okay. Remember, what does money talk to you? What is the language? Only one language. It says, if you save me, if you save money today, money will save you tomorrow. And of course, lastly, you have to trust everything in God's plan lah. For us Muslim, we have this concept of tawakal. Tawakal meaning we have full faith in Allah will take care of us even when things are impossible. But we have to work hard, not only just tawakal, but we have it synchronized with our hard work. So let me conclude what I have mentioned so far. So these are a few tips that if you follow since now, it will weather any crisis that you have. The first one, you have to have a goal that is achievable, that is measurable and timely and whatnot. And then you follow all these cash flow management tips, whereby first you must have low your fixed expenses, and then you must have a budget. Budget normally we have 50, 30, and 20. And then you track and monitor this spending. This is very important. You must know how much actually you spend on things. And then you have to separate business and personal expenses. That is for tips number 2, cash flow management. And then tips number 3, money. Time is money. Okay, so don't waste our time for things that are not going to add value to your business. Number 4, your customer is the king. Customer is always right. That's what people say. So you have to learn how to acquire your customer and retain them. How to retain them? Make them happy and they will come back to you. And lastly, of course, hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. Okay, I leave you with 10 characteristics of successful entrepreneurs. I'm sure all of you have this 10 characteristics, but the thing that hold it together, I would say, is your money management or cash flow management. If you have a good cash flow management, then everything will fall into place. If you are ambitious, if you are risk-taking, you can do a lot of things, you can innovate, whatnot. But if you don't have a good grasp on money management, because money, you need money to do everything, right? So this is the first thing that you must have a good grasp of it, and the rest will fall into place. I'm sure the rest of this, like you are dedicated, that you're proactive, all entrepreneurs that I've seen have this kind of ability. But if you cannot control your money, then you will be into a lot of crisis and problem, which we don't want to happen. That's why you have to follow all these tips. Okay. Thank you. And I leave you with never doubt your abilities for a moment in life. Wish you all the best. Okay, that's all from me. Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam. Thank you so much,
Waalaikumsalam.
Maheran.
Okay.
Guys, we already learned many things about finance issues. Let me give you some keywords that I am interested in by explanation of Dr. Maheran. The first thing is to set financial goals, to set milestones, and how to calculate budget, cash management, and using financial application, how to manage between your business issues and your personal matters, and how to manage time, stay focused on customers, and be optimistic and prepare for the worst. I think that's summarize Dr. Maheran.
Very good.
I'm a good student, Dr. Maheran. Okay, we are in the last speaker, last but not least, Dr. Shinta will also talk about finance in different perspective. Okay, Dr. Shinta, the floor is yours.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning,
Good morning.
the lecturers, Ibu Moderator, Bu Heny. Thank you for having me and all the participants here. So it's getting early. I supposed to present at 11 and it's still just 10 now. So let me introduce myself. My name is Shinta Amalina from Finance Program, BINUS University, and I'm teaching in finance, actually focusing on that. Actually, does my sound clear enough, or is it small? Hello?
Your voice is clear
I
enough.
can hear you clearly.
Okay, it's clear. Then that's okay. So shall I proceed with the presentation? So I will start to share my screen. Wait a minute.
Yeah, sure. You can proceed.
Yes, thank you. So actually, Dr. Maheran have talked a lot about finance, and I heard some points that I'm going to share as well, but somehow maybe kind of elaborations from Dr. Maheran. So is it my screen come out clearly now?
Yes, we can see it clearly.
Then I can start mine then. So good morning, a very good morning, everyone. This is such a great honor for me to be one of the speakers to share the knowledge. So I hope this will be such a sharing session knowledge that will be helpful for all of us, since all the participants, especially the students, you guys are going to like build a business idea, isn't it? And then you're going to present at the last day or the last minute or on the second weeks of this summer camp, of this virtual summer camp. So I hope this will be one of helpful things for you. So my topic is about how to fund your business. So before we want to know how to fund the business, we should know at first where we are, where are we? So in which stage of life our business is, and how do we get the funding? Because somehow at the end of the day, we are talking about money, right? So we cannot live with money, but we really need money for everything. So especially for the business. So how to run the business and how to find the financing or the funding itself. So there are the presentation contents from me itself. There will be 4 main topics, 4 main subtopics, I mean. The first is the principles of entrepreneur finance. This will be discussing about 7 important principles. I will just give you a broad knowledge about this. And then the role of entrepreneurial finance, like how to deal with financial distress. So I guess all over the world are facing financial distress right now. So what is financial distress? Again, this is such a broad knowledge for us. And then I will give stressing on the successful venture life cycle, which is it is divided into 5 venture life cycle. And then the last but not least is the financing through the venture life cycle. So we should know our stage first, and after that we can define which kind of financing that we can have for our business for sure. So let's go to the first one, which is the principles of entrepreneurial finance. There are 7 principles here. So, but before we start our like big idea, our dreams, we should know the foundation at first. If we don't have a good enough foundations, then we are not going anywhere. And when we don't have a good enough foundations, then we don't have a purpose to achieve, then we have no direction. So again, I want to remind you that we should know where are we and then what to do next. So that's important for taking the next step. So the first one, when we are running a business, do know that who are the owners. The owners is not only the one who run the business, but also the one who had the capital on your business. Then we should compensate them. So the first one is real human and financial capital must be rented from owners. So these are the real are the owners. Why it's real? Because let's say when we rent the building, when we rent the, let's say, small houses to run our business, then we are renting from someone else. So this someone else is the owners of the real capital. So when we rent the building, so we should provide the financial capital as well. So what should we compensate? We should compensate with the risk for sure. So they might face loss because of our business. So here we as the actor of the business should know how to deal with it. And then therefore there are also what we call human capital, which is ourselves when we are the owner, but we also one of the employee. So it will be even we are the owner, we should compensate ourselves for sure. And when you are working with others should know that they should also compensate us. Like Dr. Maheran said that reward yourself. So that's why when you spend money, let's say when you move, when you have a more cash outflow, then you also want to reward yourself with your cash inflow. Let's say this is for just like a small example. And then the second principle is that I guess most of you have heard that high risk, high return. Of course, if you face high risk, you expect a high return as well. You expect a reward as well. So it will always go hand in hand. So when you just take a lower risk, then you cannot have that much return for sure. And then the third is goes to all the business. Maybe because here I can see when during our first ceremony, I saw there is tourism students. There is from many kind of majors. It's not only accounting and finance, but also from like communication students. So somehow we thought that we are not going to learn accounting, we are not going to learn numbers. But once you run a business, this is very important, because at the end of the day, you are going to calculate what is the real process that you are dealing with. So basically, accounting is the basic. Accounting is the language of the business. So let's say, for instance, when you go abroad, which is the language is not English, then you need an effort to learn that language, right? So it comes the same when you run the business. You really need to start to learn the official language, which is accounting. Why? Because we should know like at least accounting standards, like how to prepare, like which is my asset, which is my liabilities, which is my own things, which is a personal things, which is a business thing. Then that's why you can separate, like Dr. Maheran said, it will deal with the tax issue. And then at the end of the day, I guess you also have heard this quote for a very long time, that cash is the king. Even Dr. Maheran said before. Why? Because at the end of the day, we are going to pay our day-to-day operation with cash. Cash is not only cash, and the one that equivalent to cash, it's like banks notes, and then the short-term asset that you can liquid it in a quite in a short term. I mean, so your operations, your business operation can run well with this. And then the fourth is also, if I want to add that why cash is the currency, because with the cash you pay your debt, because it's impossible for us to start, and unless you are like people told that rich people now with like Sultan in Malaysia, they told like this, because at the end of the day we pay the debt with the cash. So that is the main point. And then new venture financing involves search, negotiation, and privacy. Why? Because we are going to start our business. It's not even from the 0 point, but it's from the minus point. So when we are starting from the minus point, it's important for us to know who are going to fund our business. So if the big companies, like let's say big companies, public companies, they can just go find for the public funding. But for us, we should go with the private funding, which is we find the angel investors, maybe friends or family. So we really need to know how the one who really wants to invest in our business. So involve search. We should search people who are interested. We should negotiate with them, like propose them, give them our business portfolio, and then what we want to achieve from this. If you invest in our business, what will they get in return? And that's why somehow at the end of the day, it's about privacy. Because for a start business, the lowest level of business, I mean, when you start a business, it's not at the end of the day, somehow most of the time that they are not investing on the products, but they are investing on the people, which is who are going to do it. Let's say you and her family or her friends, then they are investing on you, they believe on you. That's why building a trust is the most important for sure. And then the fifth one is a venture's financial objective is to increase value. Somehow we forget that we are just starting the business, but we are like crazy of like want to achieve the profit as soon as possible. While this is kind of impossible, because we should bear the loss first, like maybe let's say half or 1 year, and then after that you can gain profit at the end of the day. So it's not merely about increasing the profit, but increasing the value. Once you have a good value, then we expect that you have a great profit as well. You will get revenue as well. And then it's dangerous to assume that people act against their own self-interest, because it's very correct that you really need to reward yourself. Look, we can see many agency problems, let's say with the owner and debt holders, owner and managers, when they are working, they only see based on his positions as the owner, but as the manager, can they do it? Because let's say the manager is like, let's say the employee, the one who works for the owner, and then can they work together? Let's say for the owner, I guess it's not really important to increase the salary, like do the environmental things, like they are going with cheaper quality products, let's say for the owner, so they can spend less. But for the manager itself, once you increase their salary, they feel happy and they won't work. They surely want to work with you. So this we should separate these kind of things, so we don't face the agency problems. And then the last but not least about the principle is that venture character and reputation can be assets or liability, because at the end of the day, we are talking about the environment, the character of the people we are working with. If we cannot work with them, so of course it will not be a successful business, because at the end of the day, we are going to do a teamwork, just like how you are going to do now with your team from Indonesia and Malaysia. Even it's a feature virtually, you do it virtually, but hopefully this will be a great things. So next point is that the role of entrepreneurial finance. Here we should differentiate the entrepreneurial finance and financial distress. Because finance for finance students, it will be more complicated, I guess. So finance for the other non-finance students, so it will be different, because all you need to learn is just, let's say, the thing that you need to learn is like preparing, let's say, financial statements in formally or not formally for business startup, or like once you get a better life stage of business, then you start to learn how to prepare a better one. So it is the application and adaptation of financial tools and techniques. So it's not merely about what you wrote, what you spend, but it's about the applications on the real life. So you should have a very good planning, funding, operations, valuations. So this is the main point about entrepreneurial finance or business in finance, because you should have a good planning first. If you don't have a plan, then you have no no purpose, as I said before. And then once you have a planning, so you should start to plan who are going to fund our business. Maybe us as the owner, or maybe friends and family, and one day later we can find another angel investor, let's say. And then, sorry, once we have the funding, so how do we operate this? Of course, at the first, let's say, first years of your business, it will be very tough. You might face a very huge loss, but if you deal with it, you can deal with the day-to-day operations well, good enough, then for the long term, you will have a stable business for sure. And then at the end of the day, valuation of an entrepreneurial venture. So you are not just going to keep on that point, you should go to higher point, of course, if a business want to do that. And then what we are talking next is about the financial distress. Building a business, like from the start, you are going to face many unexpected experience, deals, and conditions. Let's say now we are facing with unexpected conditions, and we cannot predict this. How will this pandemic end? So, and many companies are facing a financial distress. It's the conditions it occurs when cash flow is insufficient to meet the current debt obligations, that the short term is not able to be paid by your company itself. So we can actually, if you learn about finance deeper, you know how to calculate the financial distress for public company as well as for private company. We even there are how to calculate their Altman G score, and also there's another way to calculate this. So this is very important to know where your business, how your business works for this long. And then the third, so this is the main point of our meeting today. It's like the successful venture of life cycle. So how's the life stage of your business? It is divided into 5. The first one is development stage, startup, survival, rapid growth. And at the end of the day, you will achieve early maturity. Hopefully you will come up to this point. So we can see here at the rapid growth stage, it shows a significant increase. These are all in terms of revenue. So we are talking about revenue now, how the life stage talking about the revenue. Because once talking about life stage, you are talking about your assets and liability, regroup or restructuring during the process, like how you deal when you run your business. So we can see here it's not even 0 for the development stage. It's on the minus 1.5 years. Why it's minus? Because actually when you start with minus, of course, like how you plan, like even you don't have funds, you start your business, then you start to talk with your friends. So this is like a business idea, I will explain later. And then in the startup stage, you start your zero, like your 0 years of your company, of your business, because this is the time you start to know how to work in business life. And then survival stage, so here even you might somehow earn, but not, you may earn revenue, but not to pay all your debts. And at the end, so but this survival stage also shows you a very important life stage, because this is the time when you decide whether you can go further, or you, okay, we just stop at this point. So this is a very this is a very critical point of your business. And we go to the next step, rapid growth stage and early maturity stage at the end of the day. So here, once we define our life cycle or the stage of our business, then you can know who are going to invest in our business. How can we find the funds for our business? So here, there are 5 points I told you. Development stage is a period involving the progression from an idea to promising business opportunity. So it's like you have an idea, and then you start to, with your business portfolio, you talk with your friends, your family, and of course your mentors, especially for entrepreneurial mentor, because they are going to guide you. Okay, does this business idea is really needed for the society of, and I know, and you guys are going to prepare business idea like for COVID, after COVID-19, like does this really need during this time? So if it's not really necessary, then of course you're going to face loss. So this is also an important, because everyone starts from an idea and then translate it into a practical. And then the second stage is the startup stage. It is the period when venture is organized and developed, and an initial revenue model is put in place. So this is the time when you start to organize, you know how to work with the business process. You start to know to work with your friends and with your colleague, to deal with your customers and the suppliers here, and then you start to gain revenue, even not that much. So the third, and as I said, this is the most critical life stage. It is the survival stage, because this is the period when you gain revenue, your revenue start to grow, but this revenue cannot pay all of your debt. Anyway, it shows a good signal of your business, because during this life stage, we showed before, that the life stage you have survived in between a year and a half, like 1.5 years. This is such a tough years for you, for the business to survive. So once you can survive for this 1.5 years, this point is the time that you can decide, can we go further or we stop here? Otherwise, it means that you have spent 1.5 years is the time when you start your 0 point on the startup stage. So it means you have spent more than 1.5 years since you start from your development stage, which is it starts from the minus 1.5 years. So somehow, if you can survive this, that will promise you to a rapid growth stage, because in this you will gain a revenue very rapidly, and this is the time that you also receive cash flows better in terms of operations, for sure, because without operation cash flow means you cannot get more, you cannot get cash in return. And then the last but not least, we can see that the rapid growth shows a very significant graph before, because this is the time when the business start to know to work, to deal with better, to deal with other like suppliers, customers, and ventures capitalists. Let's say they know how to deal better, they get more funding. So here they show the rapid growth. And at the early maturity state, they continuously gain profit, revenue. cash flow keep going continually, but it is much more slower than rapid growth stage, because at this point they are not focusing on the operations, but they are focusing like, what can we do next, what can we provide next for our customers, like what is our challenge. So they start to challenge their business again. So when they start to challenge their business, their company, this is the time they start with the development stage with the new idea as well. So it's like a life cycle. So it's a, let's say, imagine it in a round circle, and then you are going to that always life cycle. So the last but not least of the main point of our sharing session today, it's the financing through the venture life cycle. So as we have 5 types of life stage, we also have 5 types of venture life cycle. So once you can you can define your business life stage, then you can know how you fund the fund. So here I can show you who will be your major sources players for each type of life stage and each type of financing. So if you can see here, the life cycle stage, there are 5 before. So for development stage, we call it with seed financing. And then startup stage, we call it for startup financing. Survival stage, there will be the first round financing. Rapid growth, there will be 3 types, which is second round, mezzanine, and liquidity stage. And the last, for the early maturity, there will be, it's like you're going bigger, then you can find more bigger external funds, like issuing bonds, stocks, obtaining bank loans in bigger numbers. So there will be major sources. So go back to the types of financing. So for seed financing, as you can see, seed is like this very small financing. So funds needed to determine whether an idea can be converted into viable business opportunity. So the time you have your business idea at your development stage, you start to ask your friends, your family, how this will work, and then you prepare a trial of your business, and then you show them your portfolio trial process. Does it really works? Does it really necessary? Does it really important for the current situations? So if they are how to say believe enough on your business, then the entrepreneurs, your friends and family would like to invest on your business. But this is actually the secondary source of funds in seed financing, because again, the first or the most important major sources players for seed financing for development stage is entrepreneurs' assets. So we as the owner should also have some part of assets to start our business, while family and friends goes the second. And then for startup financing, it is the fund needed to take a venture from having established a viable business opportunity and to initial production and sales. This you start to prepare like the physical products of the physical products, services. People can touch it, people can buy it, people can start to experience your product. So that's why you need to find not only like small funding, but also a little bigger funding now. So who are going to help us? Like again, entrepreneurs' asset and family and friends always comes the first one as the basic, as the most major sources of funding. And then here we can go with business angels, or we used to also say it with angel investors. So who are angel investors? They are the ones who are wealthy enough, who have more money. Like in informal way, they want to be your personal investor. They know the business. They have interest in your business. Then they are going to start to invest, to spend the funding, to give the fund to your business. And there is also called venture capital. It's almost the same, but for angel investor, it's like informal way. Like they are going to invest like individually, but for venture capitalists, individual who are like assigned on a venture capitalist company. So they have the list. So who are going to who have interest in your business, they can lend the money for your business. So at the survival stage, the one that most critical stage out of all, the first round financing, because this is the time that the equity funds provided during the survival stage to cover the cash shortfall when expenses and investment exceeds revenue. So actually here, the revenue starts to grow and help pay some, as we have said, as we have discussed before. But the gap is covered by borrowing or allowing others, like when we borrow more from others, then we need to pay back for them. Do we really can pay them back at the end of the day? Because these critical points, when you borrow a lot, then you will face a high risk as well. And when you allow people invest too many on your business, can they have a big return as well? So this will be a serious concerns about the financial impressions, because they should have a very mature financial planning at this stage. So they know if they want to borrow, they know how much to borrow. If they want to others allowed to invest, they should know how much, like the proportions. So it will not be a big burden for them. And then at this stage as well is the time that that the business should really learn about financial statements, because here I mean in formal way, like a better financial statement. So because here we should attract the more external sources. Those are the suppliers and customers, government assistance programs, and commercial banks. Why suppliers and customer? Because at the survival stage, which is the type of financing is first round financing, you should understand your day-to-day operations, and it is the time that you can buy the products from the suppliers, but you can pay it later. So it's like a trade credits for between the suppliers and your business. Actually, it helps you, but again, the time you pay your cash, you pay the collections, it will be very important for you and their business as well. So building a good relationship with the suppliers is also a good one. And when you have a high loyalty customers, it will help you. So they are going to keep buy your product. And then there is a program from the government, like let's say the government offer you a funding for not for your business. So this will create more job for the society. Then it will help the government and the population itself and the environment of the economic growth for sure. That's why government also, you can start to find the government assistance programs in your own country as well. Indonesia also provide some kind of that funding. And then we can also start to find the funding from the banks, commercial banks or other type of banks. But here it's still kind of hard, because you should have at least 2 years of financial statements, which is quite stable, that can attract the bank so they can lend you money. This bank, like the one who deposit money, and then you can you can have it as you can borrow from the bank, this kind of bank. So you can try on this stage, but quite hard if you have not good enough financial statements. And then the rapid growth stage, there are 3 types: second round, mezzanine, and liquidity stage financing. Here the sources are the business operations. So because the business starts to work stable, you start to get revenue, so you can have a business operation cash inflow. So this will help your business at the end of the day. And then suppliers and customers, for sure, commercial banks. Now we start to know investment banks. So there is a quite different commercial banks and investment banks. Investment bank is the one who start like institutions who give you suggestions, who give you like what can you deal with next and how can you find your funding, and if you want to grow your business larger, you can do another action. So they will be like, let's say, your advisor for your financial planning, so that your business can run smoothly further. And then the last is that the season financing, because we have two types, with venture financing and season financing. It's for the only early maturity stage. So this is the time when your business starts bigger and larger. You can start to go with gaining more funding from the public. Let's say obtaining bank loans in a big funding, and then issuing bonds and stocks as well. So you start to issue your bonds, you start to issue the bonds, you get the funding, you run the business, you pay the principals, and anyway, it is the life cycle of issuing bonds and stock. Of course, you start to have the ownership, the people's ownership in your business. That's why actually this give a big opportunity to grow for your business, but you also have a great responsible as well as you are going public, let's say. So again, the major sources players are the business operation, commercial banks, and investment bankers. It's almost the same with the rapid growth stage, but rapid growth stage. But this is the stage that you go with a bigger fund because you are going bigger for your company. So I guess that is enough for my presentation. The last but not least that I want to say, because as we are going to start the business, somehow people have paying big concerns on the price, like but then what Warren Buffett said to us, that price is what you pay, value is what you get. So make sure you get a better value, a good value of your products, let's say, of your business portfolio, no matter how big or even cheap the price is, as long as you get the value. The main point is that the value. So this is from me today. Thank you, and let's go ahead with the question and answer questions. Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Shinta, thank you for the explanation. Guys, what I learned from Dr. Shinta, maybe you already note also what she explained. She explained about principles of entrepreneurial finance. Consists of capital, human capital, real capital, financial capital, and also highlight the risk and return and accounting as a business language, and also how to finance, setting the financial objectives similar to Dr. Maheran, and about people rationality, self-interest, and also character and reputation of your business. And the second one, she explained about the cycle of business life financing and how and to whom you can find your financial sources in every stage of the life cycle. Okay, so we have 4 speakers today already, and we are now move in the questions and answer sessions. I will ask for 3 questions in the first session. You can open your mic or drop the lines in chat box.
Heny, you have a good notes on my presentations. You are a really good students. Thank you.
Any questions from for all the speakers? Yeah, you can choose. Okay, the first one from Shafika Anwar from UITM. Please, Shafika, you can open your mic.
Hello?
Yes, please.
My question, my name is Shafika from UITM. My question to Ma'am Mia Angelina.
Okay.
What do you the viral marketing is a good type of marketing? Thank you. That's all.
Okay, Miss Mia.
Hello, Safika. I'm sorry, pardon, I cannot hear clearly. Do you think what kind of marketing?
Viral marketing.
Viral marketing.
Yes.
Okay. So in marketing, especially in digital era, everybody wants to be viral, but there is not your target. As I said earlier, your target is make a great branding, make a great content, and eventually one of your content will become viral. Don't put viral as your main target, because it is to be viral. Nowadays, it's getting harder and harder. So just put your attention and effort to making great content, and eventually it will get viral. I hope I can answer that question. Is it clear enough for you?
Yes, it is clear, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Shafika.
Okay, so viral is only byproduct. If you have a great content, eventually it will go viral.
Yes,
Okay,
exactly.
other questions?
Hello, hi. Can I ask any question?
Yes, please.
Okay. Hello, hi. My name is Muhammad Hazi bin Hamid from UITM, majoring in business studies. So I dedicate my question to Mr. Hilmi and also Mrs. Shinta, if I'm not mistaken. So how can I obtain trust of angel investor when I have an idea for any project, but I do not have any retail, I do not have any shop? Like, how can I operate my business? How can I translate my idea into reality when I'm not even have my own capability, full capability? So how can I obtain their trust? Can you share with me? Thank you very much.
Okay, the questions is for Mr. Hilmi and Ms. Shinta. How to find and to make sure that angel investors do believe in you, yeah, in your business. Besides your you're still doesn't have any full capabilities of doing business. Is it right, Haziq?
Yeah, it is. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Helmi or Miss Shinta?
So who should go first?
Okay.
Okay, maybe I can start first from Haziq, isn't it? Student from UITM. So don't have a thought that you don't have any capability, because once you are students, especially you are a high education students, of course you have the capability. You are on your fourth and fifth semester, you have courses you take. So this is from the courses you take, it is your time like to have a new step, braver step to gain, to start your idea. So starting it will be the very, how to say, hard time for sure. Like how you talk to others, how you like share your ideas, do will understand your ideas, or they will just tell you that you are crazy. But one thing that you should remember, if you have a crazy idea, then you are going a great things. When you are doing a great things, not all people will understand you, but make sure you know your target, and and then you know step by step to that way. You should know the right track. So do find a mentor, do talk your business with your friends, sharings, but somehow building a business is kind of how to say, you should be careful as well. You should not talk everything. Instead, you also have to keep privately. Otherwise, your idea will be taken by others. And then there is a time when you talk to others, when you start to learn to talk with others, you gain feedback, and then you gain more, how to say, confidence. Once you have more confidence, then you can start to talk, let's say, with the angel investors who can give you a better funding. So actually for university students, it's not like there is a competitions among the university students. I guess among university students, like let's say for Indonesia, there is a program from Bank Indonesia to pitch, how to say, you are going to pitch your business, so you are going to find the investor from that competitions. So you are going on that competitions, you start your presentations, your business portfolio, how you work for, let's say, less than 1 year. If it's good enough and it's a great idea, you have maintained it for quite stable, so of course people will start to have interest. It's about like how you gain the trust from others. I guess this my answer. Hopefully it will be helpful.
All right, thank you very much. Crystal clear.
Yes.
Okay, Haziq,
Okay.
from me, I have a few things to say. If you want to start a business, just go, just start, sell anything. The difference between, I think what I've met a few business plan and millionaires, what they keep on advising is, if you want to start a business, just go, just do your business. Because if you keep on thinking and planning, and you start nothing, you won't start at all. If you don't have any product, I have a story to tell you. You know what? When I was studying in university, me and my friends, we sell perfumes. Victoria's Secret back in 2005. Back in 2005, Victoria's Secret is like a luxury items for middle income people. Okay, they sell about 80 ringgit to 90 ringgit per bottle. But me myself, I buy the original Victoria's Secret straight from United States. Okay, and I sold at least 200 bottles a month with 15 ringgit profit per bottle. So as a student, that was when I was in the first year. Can you imagine a student earn income like 15 ringgit per bottle, at least 200 bottles a month, that year without social media? Okay, then when I decided to become a lecturer, I start my business. My friend proceed with the business. At the moment, he earned like you've mentioned about like angel financing. He managed to get about $2 million from angel investor, because he already have all the portfolios and evidence to show with the angel investor. You can start small. You can sell anything. If you don't have anything to sell, anything to sell, or you start with small money, you can use online platform. You can use Shopee, you can use Lazada to start sell your product, and you can use Instagram, you can use Facebook to do your marketing and link it to the Shopee, because you don't want to pay for money for, you want to invest for big website, for invest so much on website. So you can use all the free platform. You can use social media for marketing. You can use Shopee or Lazada for the business platform. Now, then you have more money, you can invest. You can invest more. Okay, don't worry. Just start. Just go. If you stop thinking and planning, all the thinking and planning can take you 10 years, 20 years, but you start at nothing. But if you start like next week, okay, I want to sell something. For example, I found some. Did you know there's like online courses that share with you free online training, tell you how to buy things from China. You import it and you can do like a drop shipping. Drop shipping is more interesting. You don't have to, it costs you no money. Okay, people order from you, you place order from your supplier, and the supplier ship it directly to your client. It costs you no money, but it costs you effort. You can say, I want to study next week, and you learn it from experience. Experience the business yourself. You're going to enjoy it. Okay, then you can start to think about the angel investor, what my friend did before. Okay, good luck.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hilmi. Do you mind to be my mentor?
Inshallah, no problem.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pak Hilmi. I have one question from in the chat box from Brandon from BINUS University. I have a question for Mr. Hilmi. How do we make the best use of Google Trends? Because nowadays trends are moving faster than ever. If we spend our time making content based on trends, sometimes it's too late to catch the wave. Or can we use Google Trends to predict trends? Similar to your example about baju kurung, which by trends spiking near Hari Raya, we can predict which trends are going to come up, such as spiking trends on online kurban for this year in Indonesia. Please share your opinion on this.
Okay, I show you the Google trend just now, right? You can see all the spiking trends. That trends, you can use that trend to some product. There are seasonal product. We live in Malaysia, Indonesia. We have like Hari Raya Kurban. Like we have Mother's Day. We need to know during Mother's Day or during Christmas or Chinese New Year what kind of product that people buy most. What people look most during that seasonal period. So if you know the trends already, you need to prepare the plans during the low period. During the low period, you do all the planning, and during the before peak period, you start posting everything. That's how you want to use Google Trends. And you've mentioned about everything moving faster, and that's why if you for social media, if you go to the industry, they have about less than 3 weeks to come out with the content, because topic change very fast. If you don't get on with the wave, then the wave will left you. Like what is the viral things at the moment now in Indonesia? I don't know. In Malaysia, is there anything viral here? People keep on talking about. I don't know. Is there anything? So, but if you get that topic, then you need to produce a content as fast as you can. That's why you need to use Google Trends. You need to know what's trending now, then you create content on that trends before the trend's over. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Okay, this is one session for questions and answers, and I open the second session for questions and answers. I see someone raised his or her hand before, but it's I lost it. Okay, Intan Nur Nadira. Please, Intan.
Hello, everyone. I'm Nadira. I would like to ask all speakers' opinion. What is the best business to operate at this moment? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Intan. To whom? To all. Okay, I will ask Dr. Maheran first.
Okay. Thank you, Nadira, for asking the question. This is a tough question. What is the best business post-COVID, basically? Yeah. So you have to think what people need. That is the most important thing lah. We as business people serve our customers. What do customers need? Well, on top of my mind, I would say, if you want to do a business nowadays at this moment, the best thing is either in food industry or in the health industry, because everybody needs food, right, to survive. So, but then there are so many products already out there. Therefore, you have to know to differentiate your product. What makes your product tick? Why would people buy your product instead of other products? So it could be a lot of things. Could be okay. One thing could be because your product is healthy. Because as of now, like I'm getting older, I'm into healthy food. So you have to target your market. If people like in my age nowadays, we are more thinking about health because we are getting older. So I'm looking for food products that are tailored for healthy lifestyle. Even though it's a niche market, but if you properly market the product and the product really tastes good and whatnot, then most probably you can make a lot of money out of it. Because for healthy product, I mean like food already ready-made food and is using clean eating and whatnot is very difficult to find lah. Yeah, because for us we don't have much time to cook. If it's there ready and warm and tasty and whatnot and helps you to become healthy, then I would buy. That is for people at my age. So you have to figure out. I think for this time the best is for food and health product, because this is what the pandemic is all about. So it's from me, I guess.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Maheran.
Can I share something?
Yeah, please.
Okay, about that question, what after post-COVID, what people want to do? I think most of you here are focusing on tourism, right? And if you look for the trends, if you use Google Trend, you look for hotels, you can see the trending for hotels. Searching words for hotels are increasing. So you might know that if you are providing like a travel, you are a travel agency, like maybe you provide hotel, you provide anything related to travel to tourism. I do think it's quite a good thing, because you can see what happened in China, what happened in other countries when the COVID is getting better. The first thing that get crowded is the touristic area. Even here in Malaysia, you can see the moment government say it's okay to travel, all places in Malacca full with people. So I think people been staying at home for such quite a long time. They want to go out. They want to have fun with their family and friends. They will start planning to travel. You can use Google Trend to search what people are looking at. Melaka 10 negeri terbahagia di Malaysia. Okay, Melaka, I think so. If you have like you want to offer like a travel, like a tourism business, I think this is such a good time after it's a post-COVID. I think people start planning where to go for next year already. You can ask people, maybe your parents, your friends, people aged 25 and above. I think they already searching where they want to go and save up some money for travel. And that's my opinion.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I might add to Hilmi talking about tourism because this I experienced myself. I just started homestay after Raya, this COVID thing, and it's true enough lah. Like so many people are coming lah to Malacca and booking the homestay. So I guess it's quite true lah what Hilmi is saying. So that is one of the things that you can consider into homestay business.
Okay, Miss Mia or Miss Shinta, please.
Okay, I want to add something. In my opinion, the easiest way to find ideas post-COVID is find weaknesses on apps or your lifestyle. For example, if we are talking about travel, people love to travel and people love to take picture while traveling. But the problem is, the weaknesses is they want to be in the picture. So some people found the idea that we can provide a photographer, a travel photographer for you. So we can send these people with you during your vacation, and all they do is just take pictures of you and your loved ones. And find this niche weaknesses for your next business ideas. Another example is e-commerce. I think during COVID, e-commerce is booming, right? But can you find any weaknesses between this e-commerce and put your product or your idea in it? What about the transportation of products? What about the health perspectives on these products, on this travel agency, for example? Can you provide special health procedures during vacation, for example? I think the easiest way is find the weaknesses from your daily lifestyles. That is from me, from my perspective.
Okay, thank you, Miss Mia. Dr. Shinta.
Okay, I guess maybe I add another point. What is the best business post-COVID-19? So if Dr. Maheran said food and healthy food, Dr. Hilmi said it's tourism. It start to get to hype the tourism again, and Miss Mia Angelina also said that like find the weakness of each products, or if e-commerce, let's say. Me, I guess, as we are from education, so I guess education have a good have a bright opportunity as well during post-COVID-19. Not even post-COVID-19, during COVID-19, we face a very big deal with how to deliver the course, how, let's say, how the students get to know, to understand the courses, the materials. Even the parents also face the very difficult times. So I guess providing this kind of business would be very helpful. It's not only for the students, but also understandable for the parents. So because for now, parents are being the lecturer, are being the teacher at home. So it is very important for them as well to how to deliver the subject. So I guess this is from me.
Okay, thank you. I have two questions in the chat. The first one from Helenia Salim. Hello, I would like to ask Miss Mia about promoting. How to make a good storytelling to promote our brand? About the storytelling.
Again, the easiest way is to just copy the blockbuster movie out there. If you are a fan of a movie, you must notice that they have a hero in the movie. The hero had a villain and some obstacles that they must tackle to defeat this villain. And what I suggest is, as a brand, never put your product as the hero. Always put the customer as your hero. Okay, but put your brands or put your company as the guide. So someone who guide this hero to defeat the villain. And the villain can be anything. For example, I'm as a customer, my villain is dusty bookshelves or maybe germs in my floor, for example. So what can your brand or your idea or your company can help me, can offer me to tackle all this feeling? So that is the easiest way. Just copy all those blockbuster movie out there. Remember, they have heroes, villains, obstacles, and a guide. And then just write a story according to that elements. I hope that answers your question, Helen.
Okay, thank you, Miss Mia. The last question for this session is from Rick Finn from BINUS. Which one is more important, good marketing or a good product? Because I have seen a few products which they over marketing and it was really popular, but it's kind of turned brainwashing for the audience. Maybe this questions is for Pak Hilmi and Miss Mia. Pak Hilmi, please.
Yes, what is the question again? I'm sorry.
Which one is more important, a good product or a good marketing? Because sometimes we have not a quite good product, but the marketing is very good. So it's kind of
yes, you know,
important for the customers.
What important for business is to sustain your business, to make sure your business can run long and like forever. If you have a good product, inshallah, your business can run for long. But you have a very bad product with a very good, perfect marketing, people will only buy your product once. So you won't get any returning customer. What you want is you want a returning customer. You want people to keep on talking about your product. You want people to become the product ambassador for your product. They will tell their families, their friends about how good your product is. So first thing, you need to have a very good product first. Then, but yet a good product itself cannot survive without a good marketing. So actually you need both. But first, you need a very good product because you want your business to sustain forever. Then, marketing plays a very important role. That's my opinion.
Thank you, Pak Hilmi.
Yes, thank you, Pak Hilmi.
Okay, yes, I agree with Mr. Hilmi. You need your attention to be focused on the product, because customers nowadays, they are smarter and smarter. They can sense a foul product. I think as you guys talk about, when you talk about the games earlier, you only downloaded the games once because apparently it's just a clickbait.
Yeah.
And then afterward, you don't play the games anymore. So please make sure you have a good product and be honest about it. Just make sure that you don't put a promise that you cannot fill in your marketing campaign. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
I think that's the last question for this session. I will open for another session because there are still many questions. I think we have to appreciate the enthusiastic of the students. Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Okay. The first one is from Brandon. For Miss Mia, what ratio do you suggest to make a perfect balance of brand awareness, hard selling, soft selling, testimony for startup on early stage? Because it's true that in the beginning we should live the brand awareness, but most way to live brand awareness via online need money, which by the early stage maybe we have a little budget on it, and our budget will juggle between promoting and try to survive. What is your opinion on this, Miss Mia? The ratio of brand awareness in the early stage.
Okay. My opinion is on the early stage of your business, you must concentrate on the branding, on the brand awareness, rather than getting as much sales as possible. It is true that in the shorter term, increase in sales can help you with financial aspect of your business. But if we're talking about long term, a good branding and a good brand awareness is needed for you. So if you're asking about the ratio, always make sure that you have enough budget for promotion, because as great as your product, but if no one can never hear about your product, I think it's useless. So always make a budget for your promotion. Okay, the ratio itself, I cannot give you the exact ratio because each business is different. All I can say is make a considerable budget for the promotion. I hope that's answer your question, Brandon.
Thank you, Miss Mia. Another questions from Rick Finn. He asking about a money issue. Is it more important to increase our income or to reduce our expenses for the long run in the future? Maybe Dr. Maheran can share this.
Okay, thank you, Rigvin, for asking the question. Which one is more important, whether to increase our income or to reduce our expenses? I would say it goes hand in hand. Both are important. So you have to increase your income at the same time reduce your expenses. Then only you will stay in a positive cash flow or in the green, not in the red lah. People say kan. So if you ask me, you have to do both. You have to increase your income at the same time reduce your expenses. Okay, that's from me. Thank you.
Okay, the last question from Shafatul Akila. I have a question to all panels. For the first timer who want to build business, they must serve a great price of their product for the customer. My question is how to set a great price of product in order to have a great profit. Okay, I think first I will ask this because it is for all panel. Dr. Shinta first.
Okay. What was the questions?
How to set a great price.
Oh,
maybe
great
an
price.
Price to have a great profit.
Just like Mr. Hilmi said before, that product comes first after the marketing. So once we have a good product, then, and if this product is, how to say, if you are a newcomer, but you provide more, how to say, better product, better quality, then you can set higher price than your previous competitor with the one who have started before. But if you are doing the same business, then you cannot compete with the price as well. So price, it's get back again with your product, what product you offer, and what is the how's the quality, how's the features, and I think that's from my opinion.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Shinta. Pak Hilmi, do you want to share your thought about this?
Okay, I have something to say. I do involve with online businesses like in Shopee and Lazada. I believe most of you already heard the term perfect competition, perfect market competition, right? Before online e-commerce, perfect competition is just a theory. It is like a dream. It will never happen. But with the existence of Shopee and Lazada, I do believe the perfect competition, that market structure already exists, where people can know everything about the product. You have all the information about the product. You can know the information. You know the testimonial. You can also know the seller and the price. So when you want to put price for your product, you need to juggle between you want to build trust about your product quality, or you want to just use it to test your product, whether is it a fake product or original product. You can put a little price a little bit higher, but if people trust you, they will still buy it because they believe you are a trusted seller. You sell original product. You don't cheat people. But you yourself, when you do shopping online, you compare prices, right? From one seller to another seller. If it's too low, you start not to trust them. If it's too high, but you can see that, so the buyer, there's a lot of buyer from that seller. You started to think, why the other seller are selling cheaper compared with this seller? It sell a little bit higher, but so many people bought from the seller. So that's one you need to think. You want to sell cheaper, but then people don't trust you, or you want to sell higher, but you definitely can't compete with the all-time seller that have like thousands of buyer already. Then you need to find your fine line, whether it's too cheap or less, like few percent discount from the wholesaler. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Maheran, maybe have another opinion about this?
Okay, thank you for asking. This one is talking about how to set your price and profit and whatnot. Basically, I would say you have to know your break-even point. Okay, how much is your cost? So once you know your break-even point, then you have to mark up your price. Okay, but this is, you have to decide this not solely on yourself, but you have to look at your competitors also. Like Pak Helmi said, now it's like everything is open, right? So you have to check, see what do your competitors prices. So you must be comparable. Okay, cannot be too high, cannot be too low. And you have to look at the environment also lah, because like I was saying, I had this homestay business, right? So because of this COVID thing, I wanted to put high lah, because always in demand in Malacca. But because of this COVID, hotels also are giving lower prices, all discounts. So I myself also have to give discount, even though it makes the profit lower, but at least you get customers. You take care of your customers really good, have a good relationship with them, make them happy and whatnot, and they will come back. So basically, you have to do the break-even analysis, and then you have to mark up. And this markup, when you want to decide, you have to compare with your competitors and pick the one that which can attract your customers. Okay, that's from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Maheran. Maybe Miss Mia also want to share her opinion.
Okay, I agree with Dr. Maheran's view that you need to research your competitors' prices, and research the industry as well. For example, if you have a business in food and beverages industry, I think it's acceptable to have around 100% profit. But if you have a business in machinery, for example, industrial machinery, I think the acceptable profit is around 40 to 45%. So it's better to research your current industry and the target market as well. How much money will they're willing to buy for a product such as yours? A coffee joint, for example, in Indonesia, if you have a small coffee joint, do you think our people, Indonesian people, for example, would want to buy a coffee for 60,000 rupiah like Starbucks? I don't think they're willing to pay for that much money. So research is number one. Always research the industry and the competitors.
Okay, thank you, Miss Mia. I think that's various perspective from the speakers, and I think it will enrich our perspective as well. Akila, yeah? Okay, I have two other questions in the chat box from Lily about the post-COVID business plan. It is a business plan after the COVID have been completely gone from the country or not? I think these questions will be paraphrased like, as a business, is there any business that have completely gone from the country after the COVID? Is it like that, Lily?
About the post-COVID business plan, do we have to do a business plan after the COVID has been recovered? I mean, there is no case about COVID in the country. Should we do about the business plan after the COVID in that country has no case at all? Thank you.
Okay. To whom do you dedicate your questions, Lily? Any specific questions for the speaker?
Anyone that can answer my question?
Okay, okay.
Can I share something?
Yeah, sure, Pak Hilmi.
I believe no one can answer whether COVID will be gone from the earth now or next week or next year or for another 10 years, or maybe COVID will be with us forever. No one can answer that. We don't know that. But as a business person, what you should do is when the government allow you to run your business with certain SOP, then you should grab the opportunity. Previously, the government don't allow you to travel even domestically, so you don't travel. The moment government allow you to travel, then travel business should rise and grab this opportunity. At this moment, we cannot travel overseas, right? COVID in Malaysia is last time getting better, then getting worse. We don't know, but still the government didn't allow us to travel overseas, to travel to Indonesia, for instance. But the moment government allow us to travel to Indonesia or Indonesia to Malaysia, so the travel agency in Malaysia, Indonesia should grab this opportunity. You as a businessman, you should grab opportunity whenever it occurs. Don't wait, just go. That's my opinion. We cannot answer whether COVID will be gone forever or it will stay with us forever.
Yeah, is it okay?
I think Lily is asking about the business plan that the students have to do, the requirement of the course.
Yes.
So
maybe I can answer on behalf of the committee members. Yeah. Okay.
What ASEAN?
Yeah. So as mentioned by one of our speakers yesterday, Mr. Yunwar, if I'm not mistaken, he also mentioned that the pandemic won't be over even in 1 year time or 2 years time, right? We might be experiencing pandemic for the longest period in our life, and we don't know what's going to happen next. So my advice is that what we can do for our business plan here, we're not going to plan something after the virus is over or pandemic is over. We are taking the opportunity to create business during or after quarantine has ended or is over. As what Mr. Hilmi mentioned just now, like for example, if you are interested to do business in a tourism sector, since we are allowed to travel domestically, what is the idea of business plan that we can come out after the government have allowed us to travel internally? There's something that we can do after the restriction have been removed or loosened up by the government, because we cannot wait until the pandemic is over. We cannot do that, right? We don't know when it's over. So like for example, currently what is the booming business at the moment? The glove, for example, mask, sanitizer. This business is happening or successful because of the pandemic, because of the current situation. So you as the students, as the participants of this program, you should come up with the ideas of business that can that you can take advantage because of the COVID-19. That is the idea of business plan post COVID-19 here. Do you get what I mean?
Yes. Thank you.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
for
you
the
very much.
clarification, Puan ASEAN.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. The next questions from Caroline from BINUS. I have a question regarding the money. Just now we were told that save money now and the money will save us later. Talking about this make me think about the charity or fundraising business. Based on Dr. Maheran's opinion, do you think running a type of business, this type of business, charity and fundraising can give us big profit?
Okay, thank you, Caroline, for asking the question. Well, you really concentrate or focus on the because you can remember the save money now and the money will save us later, which is very good. So now you're asking whether fundraising business is a good business or not. I would say it is a good business. In fact, this is a new type of business that we call social enterprise. Okay, I don't know whether you have heard this, but social enterprise is on the booming side now. You can imagine there are two extremes. Okay, so one extreme are businesses just for money, and the other extreme is the donation, that kind of, helping people, donation and whatnot, which is not doing business. So social enterprise is the middle, which take advantage of the business business structure and also the donation structure, which means you are doing business to help people. And this business I can see is becoming very much acceptable, especially among the youngs. I brought students to competition regarding this, and those people are really successful. For example, one business is doing soya bean, soya drink. Okay, this soya drink, these are students, university students already doing business. What they did was they have these refugees from Myanmar here, which is very sad, very poor and whatnot. So they help these refugees to make the soya drink, and from that drink they took and sell to people. And the money is then used to help these refugees. So this is the type of social enterprise that we have. And in Malaysia, actually, social enterprise is still very low as compared to even Thailand. I've read some statistics. Thailand is even more booming the social enterprise, because if you have this kind of concept in your business, people will tend to buy, because we are helping people. Everybody likes to help people, don't you think? So because your business is in the business of helping people, so it will attract more people. And everybody, I don't know about Indonesia, but Malaysia is not as booming as Thailand. So everybody should take advantage of this concept. So Caroline from BINUS, right? So
Yes.
I'm sure you can look into this and make a very good business plan. In fact, a lot of companies, organization actually ask for business plan regarding social enterprise. That not only doing business, but helping underprivileged people at the same time. So this is very good, Caroline. I wish you all the best, because you get the profit at the same time, you get the satisfaction of helping people.
Thank you, Dr. Maheran. Dr.
May
Shinta?
I add a little about this? This is a good opinion and questions. I highly interest on this, because actually me and my friends now are like we are doing like kind of social activity, like how to help others in terms of for their education. So I think this is a very great moment to do that, because I saw once a news said that a country that can survive now is the country who have high sociality. That kind of country will survive for sure. So I think there are two types of business who are profit oriented, but also there are types of business who are not that profit oriented, but they have satisfactions when they help others. Because as Dr. Maheran said that save money now, then the money will save you later. But at the end of the day, not always money who can save us, but also our goodness who can save us. It's not in terms of like numbers, but the one that you, the one that you give now, you might get in return even bigger later. Yes, that's very correct. Exactly, Dr. Maheran. That's what I want to say. So somehow this kind of thing is very, like Malaysia is still not that good for society. I guess Indonesia as well, because once we start to find a donator, it's too hard to find. Because let's say we are giving a training, let's say we are giving a knowledge sharing sessions. So we ask for a donation. This donation is not for the committee, but we are going to give it to others who need it. But still, their assumption is that they are going to pay for the committee. So this kind of perspective needs to be changed. So this mindset needs to be changed for the entire people. So that is from me for Caroline. Hope this will be helpful.
Thank you, Dr. Shinta. Do we have any other questions? Because we already threw all the questions in the chat box. I think we still have time.
Can I share my experience doing business when I was still a student?
Yeah, sure, Pak Hilmi. With pleasure.
During my when I do my first degree, I do sell a lot of things. Previously, I told you I sell like Victoria's Secret product, which I bought from United States, and I also sell something that was trending at that time, which is kebaya Bandung. Do you know where this kebaya Bandung is? It's a set of like a clothes that you sell for you need to send it to tailor yourself after that. Each year I'll go to Bandung about 5 to 6 times. So I bought my product, I buy my stock, and I sell it in Malaysia. I do earn more than 10,000 ringgit by only selling kebaya Bandung, because in Bandung I can get the material very cheap, less than 25 ringgit, but I sold it about 50 ringgit, 49 ringgit 90 cent actually. And so many people like it, because in the market in Malaysia they sell about 70 ringgit. I like give a 20 ringgit discount. Okay, that one after that, when I have contacts in Indonesia, I don't go to Bandung anymore. I just ask them to ship it to Malaysia. That one time when I sell kebaya Bandung, and later I have another product which I sell women handbag, like bags that less than 70 ringgit. It's a cheap product for students, for young people. I get all the product from Thailand actually. So each time I go to Thailand, I bought about 100 handbags, which I get only for 20 ringgit, because I bought it a lot, and then I bring it back to Malaysia, I sell it. So you guys can use this kind of opportunity. You need to know what Malaysia have, what Indonesia have, COVID or not COVID, you still can courier the products to Malaysia or to Indonesia, anything, and you can sell it in your country. It's interesting. You can earn some money, not a lot, maybe about 5 to 6K a month. That's, I think, enough for student. I don't know. All right, and that's my experience selling product from Thailand and from Indonesia in Malaysia during my university years.
May I have another additional opinion, because hearing Mr. Hilmi is very interesting. So actually, when I study abroad, actually I graduated from Wuhan. So I graduated from China. So we can see that China has a lot of products, very cheap products. Then it's not me who are selling, it's not me who are trying to find the products, but I saw my friends, they do it as a business and it's very good. Like Mr. Hilmi did it. Like they bought, they make an offer order request, like who are going to ask for the products, so they are going to find the products in a cheaper price. Then when they come back to Indonesia, they will deliver it. So if is it Hazid or the first questions, the first one who asked, like if you don't have if I don't have any capability, so I think that is a very you don't need to think about that. You just need to start, like Mr. Hilmi, just go like that. Then if you don't start, if you don't go, then you will not start forever. So I think this is a good experience, small experience, that from this experience you can learn a bigger process. So start small and do big. That's quote that we found in Indonesia, I guess. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Shinta. I have another questions from Maisara Hanim from UITM. Selamat tengah hari. Saya ada soalan kepada Sir Hilmi. Apa pandangan Sir sebagai seorang ahli akademik berkaitan cara Alif Syukri mempromosikan produk dia dengan menggunakan cara-cara yang boleh kita katakan menagih perhatian media sosial? Pak Hilmi, maybe this is really typical to Malaysia, so we from Indonesia a bit lost here. Maybe you can explain it first for us, Pak Hilmi.
Maisara, saya pun minta maaf. I'm so sorry because I tak aware pasal that topic about ahli akademik. Cara I tak tahu, I tak tengok pasal benda tu. I'm so sorry, I tak boleh nak komen. So, I tak tengok that academician cakap apa pasal Alif Syukri.
Okay, maybe Maisara can explain about the issue.
Selamat tengah hari. Semua orang boleh dengar ke? Saya ingin bertanya kepada Sir Hilmi daripada sudut pandang Sir sebagai seorang pensyarah, sebagai seorang yang arif tentang advertising, bagaimanakah pendapat Sir tentang Alif Shukri ataupun sekarang yang lebih viral Cik Nun kan, mereka menggunakan orang kata negative advertising lah di social media supaya masyarakat tahu tentang produk-produk mereka. Itulah soalan saya.
Okay, kalau you tengok Alif Shukri dengan produk dia, dia tak kisah dengan brand association sebab target audience dia, dia tak nak target yang very upscale, macam income yang tinggi-tinggi ataupun orang yang high class. Dia fokus untuk middle income and below. So cara untuk dia berpromosi dengan cara yang you rasa tak sesuai tu, mungkin sesuai bagi target audience dia. Dan dalam advertising kita ada advertising ethics kan. Saya tak boleh cakap macam ada orang memang buat iklan tu very ethical, ada orang buat iklan tu tak ethical. Yang you nampak Alif Shukri buat tu, you nampak macam kita berlampak lah banyak iklan-iklan dia kan kadang macam memalukan diri sendiri, tapi it works. Maksudnya kalau kita cakap daripada AIDA tadi tu, AIDA tadi tu, iklan dia definitely akan menarik perhatian orang and people keep on talking about it. Dia masukkan elemen viral juga kat situ. It's either you like it or you hate it, still you talk about it. So sama ada you suka, you tak suka, Alif Shukri dia tak dapat benefit dia. So I tak nak cakap benda tu ethical, tak ethical, dia macam nanti tak sangat macam hentam dia kan. Tapi it's all macam mana you nak buat brand positioning you. Kalau you jual barang-barang yang macam agak standard je lebih tinggi kan, yang you memang nak target audience tu adalah income group yang lebih tinggi, you akan buat iklan yang nampak lebih elegan, yang lebih classy. Tapi kalau you jual produk you sedikit murah dan you targetnya macam lower income, middle to lower income, you tak kisah. Tapi you tak kena ingat, orang yang macam ni lah yang ramai 80% of kita punya population adalah middle income and below. So yang macam top tu kan 20% aja. So dia tahu kalau dia target macam tu dan dia buat iklan, that kind of iklan, ramai orang tengok dan ramai orang bagi feedback. And I do believe benda you cakap tadi ni, iklan yang Dato' Alif Shukri buat ni, I do believe viewer je tak akan kurang daripada 200,000 viewer dan komen je ada berpuluh-puluh ribu komen dekat dalam dia punya iklan tu. So brand dia orang nampak tak sekarang? Cuma brand association tu lah yang you nak kena concern. Kalau you nak buat macam tu, you kisah tak kalau brand you orang nampak low class sikit? Itu jawapan saya.
I think that's the question, the answers, yeah, my Sarah Hanim.
Yes.
Okay. Any other questions before we close?
I have another question for Sir Hilmi.
Yeah, sure.
Like Sir say, you sell handbag and others, right? So how do you find your customers when you're when you do your business?
At that time, we don't have any social media. We use face-to-face and word of mouth. But that time, what kind of social media that we have? We don't have Facebook that time. I can't remember what but that's one platform that we also use, but not many sales from that, but most of it by direct marketing, face to face, and we did marketing like the new arrival handbags. We sold it at 70 ringgit, and normally we want to know whether that's the hot product or not. And we have few stocks left, maybe a few other design that people don't like it so much, or few colors that people don't like so much. After 1 month, we reduce the price. Like we're giving like 30% discount. The first promotion we do, like first promotion is for the new arrivals, for people come and grab what they want because they want to be the first one, and then we make it like a 30% discount. And then we give it another 30% and 50% discount after 3 months. But if with that 50% discount, we still get profit because we only buy that bag for 20 ringgit. Then we sold it for 70 ringgit. 50% is still 35 ringgit. We still managed to earn 15 ringgit. But word of mouth travel fast.
How do you do words of mouth?
Okay, like handbags, it's all the same technique that I do with handbags, and I sold perfume before. Whenever people buy my perfume, like I do package, you buy one or you buy two or you buy three product. I do sold perfume, shampoo, Victoria's Secret shampoo and conditioner. If they buy a package, they can get a special price. And with that, you know what? I do make my own tags, my own tags, that seller tag. I know that when they want to buy, they will buy it for their sister, for their friends, or they order for a bulk order because they want to get a promotional price. So whenever I do that, I put my own tags with my contact number there. So if you like, what's your name again?
Lily.
Lily? Okay.
Yes.
For example, Lily, you buy 10 perfume from me, but all that 10 perfumes are not for you yourself alone. You buy it for your sister, you buy it for your friends, maybe because you want to get the lower price, right? But with my label, I put it nicely with ribbon and paper and cards with my names and my shop names. And when they give it to the rest of their friends, they already helped me to market my shop. And the words keep on going and going and going. That's what I did.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Yes, it's very simple. Without social media, I don't know. With social media, you can do a lot of things much better, much faster. I don't know. My God, I do love social media marketing. It's make everything really fast. With only 100 ringgit, I remember my student, they make advertisement online with Facebook and Instagram. They only spend about 100 ringgit and they managed to reach more than 15,000 people with only 100 ringgit. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pak Hilmi. Okay, still another questions for the full equipment for your discussion with your team. I think the students cannot wait for the discussion, prepare the planning, the business plan. Okay, if we have no other questions, we will close this today's webinar. Thank you for all the speakers. We are learning a lot from all of you. And before I close, I will ask Puan Azian for another small words for the students.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Heny. All right, so on behalf of the committee members from both universities, I would like to say thank you to all speakers for their insightful and a meaningful presentation as well as discussion. I can see a lot of good response from the students, which is very good. And I do hope that whatever that we have discussed today would help you in developing your business plan for this project. Yeah. So again, let me remind you, the business plan is not only about post-COVID-19 situation, but we want to take advantage of the current situation on how to come up with a new business. I give you a simple example. For example, we can see fashion industry. They might having difficulty to sell clothes at the moment, but they have transformed their business into face masks. That's how they make use of the current situation of the pandemic to create a new or transformation of business. Yeah. So again, once again, thank you very much to all speakers. Thank you so much also to Dr. Heny for becoming for handling a good moderation and a good session. All right, throughout the session. So thank you again. And I would like to remind you all about the evaluation form. Yeah. For the students, don't forget to fill out your evaluation form, all right, for today's session. And we have completed our day 2, and we're looking forward to see you all again tomorrow. Yep, that's all from me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Puan Azian. Okay, guys, all of the students, we are in the end of the session. We all already listened to the explanation of all the speakers which very inspiring for us. And now you have all your tools in your hands. Time for action. Have a wonderful discussion with your team to prepare your business plan and enjoy every second of your journey. Become a successful young entrepreneur. Okay, stay healthy, stay safe, stay young and happy for sure. And see you tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Also for
you,
the
everyone, the speakers, moderators, committee.
speakers.